Hi everyone, welcome to a live stream. This is one of my series that I want to get started in is just do more 3D modeling live streams for, shits and grins. Everyone say hi to Rasco since Rasco's here as well.
Hi everyone.
Rasco, I don't think we have any viewers currently, but that's okay. We'll push on regardless. So, Rasco, what do you think I'm going to be 3D modeling today?
A big penis.
No. I picked out what we're going to be 3D modeling today, and it is a bat signal. So I'm actually going to go through kind of a longer process today, and we're going to be basing it off of this, but not entirely. It's not going to be a one-to-one recreation of this. So I'll be taking some pictures of this here in just a minute, and we'll go through that whole process. But yeah, we're going to be making the bat signal, and depending on what I can find online, we may even pose Batman either on top of it like this, or maybe just by the side or something like that. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and get right into that side of it. I'll turn on video once I'm ready to start dropping stuff into Maya, but first things first, I'm going to take some pictures. So anyway, Rasco, you went to high school with like a really intensive arts program, didn't you?
Yep.
Okay, I need to actually get on the other side where I have good lighting on this. So I'm going to be disappearing off camera, kind of. Oh, something fell. Professionalism. Yeah, you went. Go ahead and tell the people what your experience was at high school, because I always found you talking about that to be really interesting personally.
So I had like a really weird high school. It wasn't like most high schools are because we had majors at my high school, and pretty much it was just like an excuse to allow kids to get a bunch of college level courses in certain fields done before going to college. So like you could like skip a lot of like basic entry level courses that you would have had to take in college. And so I was in the visual arts program at my school, and so pretty much that just means that I had like over the course of high school, I took like 3 or 4, probably like 4 drawing and painting courses. I took like ceramics and sculpture, like Photoshop, graphic design.
Oh wow!
Like, textiles, printmaking. I learned to weld.
Jesus.
A bunch of like just a million different things, and I don't know. It was kind of weird because there's a lot of like skills that I look back on. I'm like, wow, I got all of that in high school.
Yeah, I mean, shit, I don't even know how to use Photoshop. I just do everything that I do for the show in a program called Paint.net. You'll have to excuse me for a sec. I'm taking shitty, shaky pictures, so I need a tripod. Oh. Tripods are sexy.
Yeah, they are, dude.
If your man ain't got no tripod, he ain't worth your time. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, definitely.
Is anyone here live, Rasco? Is anyone in the comments live?
Dr. Holocron, he says, I am one with the Force and the Force is with me.
Nice. He always seems to say that at the beginning of my streams.
Then we have Matthew Bennett.
Hello, Matthew.
He says,
Really? That sounds like a Matthew Bennett thing to say. So, like, what I'm trying to do right now is just get orthographic pictures to reference as I create the model, and that becomes easier when I have stable up-close shots of my reference point. And just trying to do it freehand was not very successful. So this way I got the camera in one location. It's not going to move and I'm just going to rotate the thing 90 degrees, and get my reference points. Normally I'd get an up top view as well, but I don't think that's going to work out too well because Batman's on top of this thing. I wish Batman was removable, but he is not. It's a real shame.
You need to evict his ass off of that.
Yeah. This is actually a neat little model. It's part of the whole DC Universe chess pieces. So I believe Batman's like a king, or maybe he's a knight. I don't know.
He's got to be a knight. Come on, how are you gonna make Batman anything but a knight? I mean,
yeah, they don't say what he is. Okay, so I got my pictures, I got my references. I'm gonna turn off my camera here and eject the SD card. Oh shit, I didn't think this one through, but luckily I've got an extra cable right here. Good. Normally I just unplug my microphone USB cable and plug it right into my SD card reader, but I can't do that if I'm live streaming. Because professionalism, ladies and gentlemen, this is the most professional YouTube channel you'll ever see. All right, so there we go. SD card in the reader. I need my mouse back over here, and I'll put Batman up here in front of me so I can look at him as I go, and he can judge me on my 3D modeling skills. Okay, are we ready to go to screen sharing?
Yeah.
All right, now the question is, how can I make it so that you don't show up anymore? I'm going to turn off your video, which I can do, which is nice. No, I don't want to share controls or eject you. I'll just do the full screen. Okay, there's the infinite YouTube. And now how do I make it so Rasco doesn't, like, take over?
Whoa.
Present to everyone. Okay. Wow, that's really like this is just trippy as shit. This I can watch all fucking day.
Strange, dude.
Yeah. Cameraman, opening cameraman app. As guests join, hide their audio and video from my broadcast. No. Video that I see to my audience and hide the other video feeds. Yes. Okay, let's hope that Rasco say something real quick.
Guacamole.
Okay, that appears to be working. Cool. Okay, so I've got my SD card inserted, and it's very erotic. And I'm gonna look over the pictures I took. Just start with this one. All right, that was one of the freehand pictures. Same. See, I take really shitty freehand pictures. Still really shitty. Much better picture. There we go. All right, so I want to start with 3573 and keep everything after that. Okay. Delete those. Take these. Rename them. All right. That's the fun part. Okay. And then I want to copy these to just a folder here on the computer so I don't have to worry about the SD card the whole time. All right. Paste. Cool. Okay. So here we are in Maya. I always tell this story. I once showed Cap Maya just on screen sharing on Skype at one point, and his reaction was, "That looks complicated." And it very much is. Okay, so I'm going to start out by creating a plane.
Dimension.
Yep, duplicating that plane. And
time. Whoa.
Yeah, totally. You're quiet now for some reason. There we go. All right, so I've duplicated that plane once. I'm going to do it one more time. Oh, wait, I didn't duplicate it. Now then, there we go. And that needs to be at 90 as well. Okay. So we've got 3 planes here, and this little, cheater's technique. I'm not sure if I'm gonna end up using this one, but these two I definitely will. So assign new material, and we're just gonna go with a Lambert and attach one of the pictures to it. Excuse me as I search through my computer for the folder that we need. Okay. Crap. This is something that always gets me. I think that I want one of the side profiles. Yeah, I want this one. Okay. Turn on textures. And, oh, that's ugly.
Whoa.
Yep.
Epic.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoops.
Light speed.
Right? Oh, man. X-axis. And it's too big. And I don't know what it's thinking, but it shouldn't be doing that. I don't like it. Ah, son of a bitch, Maya. You always fuck with me. Panels, orthographic side, F. All right, let's try this again. Apply. Why is it making it shorter? I don't want it to be shorter. Fine, we'll open up the UV editor and do it this way. I don't like fucking around with the UV editor. It's by far one of the biggest pain in the asses when working with this program. And for some reason, no matter what I'm doing here, it's not capturing the image very well. It just keeps fucking with shit. I don't know why. This is the biggest problem with Maya is you gotta really just fuck with things constantly until you can get it to do what you need it to do. Because, like, for some reason, I know for a fact this picture. Wait. Oh, no, it's totally doing what I wanted to do the whole time. I was distracted because I couldn't see the other side of it. It looked like it was skewing it. The other problem with Maya is you can't be a fucking idiot.
Buffoon.
Why can't I grab this plane? There we go. Assign new material here. Well, before I do that, I'm not going to use this plane. So I'm going to duplicate this and just offset it very slightly. Okay. Because I got a front and a back. I don't have a bottom or a top. Lambert file. There's the front. For some reason, it's not wanting to show it. How to do this? Why doesn't my computer ever want to work? All right. And it also needs to go this way. Okay. Now it's got, dead end, not quite dead center. Like I'd like it to be front. This should be just slightly edged over just a little bit.
Wow.
It's a little skewed. Don't want that, but I'll manage because this isn't going to be a perfect one-to-one recreation anyway. And then this one, assign new material, Lambert. And I'm going to put the back view on here. There we go. And that needs to be flipped as well. 180. All right. New back. Okay, there we go. And this one also needs to go over, I think, the other direction, oddly. Very strange. Okay. So now that we've got at least somewhat of what we need here, I think we're good to go. Panels, orthographic side. Of course, this one's black. I don't know why it's black. It should just be stable, but for some reason, it's black. Exasperated sigh. Oh, man. Let's try open. This is Lambert 2. Let's try open up the Hypershade. So I think the biggest problem I always have with Maya is that it's just a real pain in the ass sometimes because you just got to fight it. And I don't think that's with any other art form that you have to do that.
You have to fight gravity.
I guess. What kind of art form requires gravity? I guess sculpture, but
Well, yeah, like sculpture and paint, like because you can put too much paint on like a piece and then it starts like dripping down and you got to like use the excess paint that you've put on a piece and it's but yeah, gravity is mainly fought against during sculpture.
Okay, so what I'm doing is since these are not actual textures, they're just like things I am using like for reference and not planning to render out at all. What I'm going to do is attach the image file to multiple outputs like the ambient color and the incandescence. So it just really should just go through 100% and be really easy to see no matter what angle I'm looking at it from. Like that. That's beautiful. See, it just really pops out now. It's like I just dropped the image itself into the scene. And then I just need it on the back one too. Hypershade's an interesting little area to play around with. I don't love... texturing is probably my least favorite thing, but it's always interesting to play around with the texture inputs and whatnot.
Hypershade.
Yeah, Hypershade. Okay. So let's go ahead and start on the actual model itself by creating a cube and scaling that cube up. And let's look at the side view first. All right, so right now what I'm trying to make is the base here. And what I'm going to do is just roughly scale it to the attributes of that base by just playing around with the vertices and the whatnots. And I didn't really do a good job taking pictures, but again, since it doesn't have to be absolute, this doesn't really matter that I didn't do a great job taking pictures. I'm just using this more as like a general reference. It's not like a perfect reference. Okay. Now I'm going to do some extruding from, I think, the front view. Yeah, it should be good. So ideally you want things to have the most, how to put this? You want things to come from one shape as much as possible, just because it makes things less complicated in the end of the day to just go through a shape and get rid of some history, as opposed to putting a bunch of shapes together, because then they start to fall apart. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. But unfortunately with this, it's got all these different kinds of geometry to it. So I'm not going to be able to, turn a square into a pillar into this, whatever this fork thing is. So yeah. Anyway. I almost think that the damn bat signal pictures are useless at this point with how shitty a job I did taking them. Usually you wouldn't take pictures of a model. You would just, draw it out, but I'm not a good drawer, so yeah. Anyway, all right, let's go ahead and create a cylinder to put in the middle of the thing. I'm going to turn off the front and back view. I think I'm just going to use the side for right now. Anyway, how's the comments section looking, Rasco?
Yep, we got Senor Nerd is here. Joel Davis, Philip Kelton,
Yeah.
Major Key 600.
Yeah, they all having a good time, I hope.
Joel Davis says, I would not have the patience for this.
It does require a certain level of just sit there and do it. It is kind of tedious as fuck. There's no getting around that side of things. Let's make sure I'm actually on top of my thing. Yeah, there we go.
Dr. Holocron asks if we're seeing Wonder Woman this weekend.
I'm actually getting to see it Thursday. My theater really freaked out when the whole what was it? The whole like shooting thing happened. So they don't do midnight screenings anymore. They do, afternoon screenings, which I think is silly, or late evening screenings. Let me say, which I think is silly because I'm like, what's the difference? End of the day, if they're gonna shoot up the theater, like, are they really gonna wait till like, is it have to be at midnight, or could they just shoot it up at any time? Not to be too morbid, but come on now.
Oh, they only come out at night, dude.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. 9 o'clock is just as much night as any other o'clock after, a certain time. It's just as dark out,
Well, I don't know. I don't make the rules.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think it's silly. I'm like, that and that the same theaters like, oh well, we don't allow costumes or fake weapons. I'm like, why? The guy who shot up Aurora wasn't even like wearing a costume. He went out to go get his gas mask and stuff. I'll never understand this. All right, so I'm making the oval a little bit smaller so I can get this stepped look. And then extrude again. I don't know. I think the whole thing's just kind of ridiculous at times. The way people act about certain stuff. No, that doesn't look good. I didn't. Did I? Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, so there's the base and the middle column. Now the really hard part that I am going to use the pictures of the front and back for is the fork. So I'm going to open up the old outliner here. I believe plane 2 is the front. Show selection. No, I was wrong. There we go. All right. Front. Okay. I'm going to hide that for just a sec and work on just this little thing here. Anyway. Rasco, you're not like helping to stimulate conversation.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Here,
Man, I really took shitty pictures. This is like almost hurting me more than it's helping.
Nerd, you didn't get your pictures right.
I guess. And this is why it's like a bad idea to do it with pictures, not sketches, but whatever. I so do not like using sketches. I think they're like, I'm such a bad artist that it's just a terrible idea for me to do sketch work.
Yeah. Take them pictures.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Right about there, I think. Now let's put it here and just move the damn thing center. Just trying to get everything along the Z-axis here, or Y-axis, I mean.
Oh, Alien Covenant opinion. Philip Kelton just asked for Alien Covenant opinion. I've never felt like I was so disconnected from how a lot of people seem to be feeling about a movie. I mean, I really liked Alien Covenant. We're gonna talk about it on a spoiler cast. It was gonna be today, but it's actually gonna be next Sunday, I think, on Geekvolution. If you want to see how I feel about that movie more in depth right now, you can go to Comics Kid 2099, his YouTube channel. We did, me, him, and Connor Nielsen. We did as like a kind of like a spoiler cast, and you can go over there and watch that. But I did not hate Alien Covenant at all. I really liked it, but
yeah, I don't know. Maybe you were just so excited for a new Alien movie that you're not able to realize that it's bad or something.
I don't think it's that. I mean, no, like that's it took me a few days before I like at this point, I don't think my opinion's going to change, but I had that with Prometheus where like I could not be even remotely close to clear thinking when it came to Prometheus when that movie came out. For me to talk about that movie now, but I don't know. I really don't think that I have any sort of like fan goggles on.
Gotcha.
I mean, I've seen enough terrible alien movies to be honest with myself
for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting because I know Steve hated it. But that's no surprise because Steve hates everything. Okay. So what I'm doing now is just trying to get this grading look. So I'm inserting lines in the mesh to try to manipulate so I don't have to do too much more work with it. There we go. Yeah, close enough. And I'm just going to try to, get these right about even with where they are in the picture and hope for the best in that regard. The fork part, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it yet. We'll see what happens. I'm tempted to have it come out of the thing, out of this block that I'm working on, but I'm not sure. Looking at the actual chess piece, it looks like this is meant to just be like brackets on a thing, and these are actually at angles, which you can't quite tell from the picture. So it's good to have the actual 3D object to look at for reference as I work on this. But Alien Covenant, I don't know, man. Like, you know me, I'm not a fan of the Alien franchise. I like my Predator. But I heard Steve talk about it, and he's like, I couldn't believe that it could possibly be worse than Resurrection, but the way he talks about it, it's totally worse than Resurrection.
It's not worse than Resurrection. It's not even close to Resurrection in terms of quality. I mean, I couldn't
support that opinion. Okay. All right, let's see what happens if I just do this. No, that doesn't work. Edit mesh, extrude. So you can not only extrude out, but you can extrude in too, which at that point it doesn't seem like it's extruding, but you work with what you got. That didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. All right, so now if I do those, that's much more bracket-like. And now I'm creating inner penetrating meshes, which you don't want.
All right. Somebody just asked such a divide with Alien Covenant. I think Alien Covenant is what happens when you have to make a sequel to a movie where there was apparently a silent majority that liked the first film. So Prometheus comes out, and that movie, when it came out, people now are saying this wasn't true, but they're full of shit. This was absolutely true when Prometheus came out. When Prometheus came out, there were people everywhere that were simply infuriated that that movie was not enough of an alien movie. They didn't think, like, they wanted to see the xenomorph. They wanted to see more alien shit. And that's not the movie Ridley Scott wanted to make at that time. And he was put in a really tough position where, you know, he kind of tried to prepare people for that movie. He said, guys, it's not a prequel. And obviously, by definition, it is a prequel. But, and that's what the internet cared about. They wanted to know if, by definition, it was a prequel. And the answer to that is yes, but it's not a prequel that's going to satisfy the things that people look for in like prequels. And so that was what Ridley Scott was kind of preparing people for with that movie. That movie comes out. For the most part, most people on the internet were very vocal with how much they didn't like that movie. And there were, and not everybody who didn't like that movie cited this as the main reason, but this was a big reason amongst people that weren't very critical thinkers at the time. They were saying that they literally just didn't like it because it didn't have the alien. So now you get to this year where we're releasing Alien Covenant, and the problem is you're making a sequel to a movie that actually wasn't hated. It was kind of like a 60-40 split and maybe even 70-30 split, where apparently the silent majority kind of liked Prometheus.
Silent majority.
Yeah, and so you had to kind of like pivot, but you had to pivot to the vocal people that really bashed Prometheus. And you're in this weird place where this is what happens when you have to make a sequel to a somewhat polarizing movie. You're just going to piss off people. Then there are some other just alien mythology things I don't think people like. That's the part where, like, if you don't like the movie because of certain like taste issues you have regarding decisions they made, that I understand that. But I'm seeing a lot of really like lazy thinking when it comes to this movie online right now. That's really bothering me. But you can go to the Comics Kid video and listen to me ramble about specifics there.
Gotcha. What do you think, Resk? I think that kind of looks like the grading thing on the symbol.
I'm surprised you actually got it to look that close, actually.
I don't know, man. It's interesting to see how it comes together when you're like, okay, that does not at all look like what you're trying to do. I have no idea how you're going to get there. But sometimes it just works out. It's a beautiful thing. I don't know. We're getting there. It's starting to look like a thing. You know, I got more rounded edges, and I didn't even realize I got like kind of a, not quite a square corner, but it's more like a what do you call it? It's like an angled corner on the bottom of this thing right here at the base. This little secondary base thing has like rounded off corners. So let's get rid of that. Just hide. I really should do the hotkeys with that one. I just am so not used to it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just get my mesh tools here. And where's my cut? There we go. Just gonna cut it. Just gonna cut it real good. And try and make this so it's actually symmetrical, though that part's gonna be really hard. And I might end up deleting vertices or what. We'll see. Okay. I don't know. Shit. Do those lines actually look symmetrical? Maybe not this one down here.
I don't know.
Yeah. These corners that I just added. Do you think those all look symmetrical?
Okay. I think
at least to the eye.
The bottom. So do you mean like if you were to take the triangle and then like rotate it straight, does it look symmetrical if you were like cut down?
No, I'm just mean does each of these lines that I've put in make the shape look like they're all roughly the same, like all the corners are exactly the same length?
I think so. The only one that looks a little weird is the top left one.
Okay, so this one right here?
Yeah, but all the other ones look right, so I don't know why that would be.
Well, because I just eyeballed it.
Okay.
So right about there. Does that look, what do you think, longer or shorter? It's good to have someone else's just eye for this kind of thing too. I think
longer, like that one needs to be pulled down more, a little bit more there.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, so let's see here. So all I'm going to do now is just add my cuts. Oh, wait, I should do this. Front. Oh, let's try that again. Back. F. All right. So I'm just going to try to put it right there. And that came at a bit too much of an angle. Vertex. I need the vertex. And I'm just going to straighten that out. There we go. That's a beautiful thing. That is something beautiful. And again, that one just a little too angly. Needs to be straightened. Ah, shit. I got too many vertices here. Some of them I can just leave alone, but I need to make sure I get the right one when I'm adjusting. There we go. And the way you can tell is like now you can see that the line is actually straight. It doesn't have like a jit to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that's the case. Good. All right. Front now. Because I think I might just eliminate this corner that I'm this like side of the corner, the really high point. Not sure. Ooh, that was a perfect straight line. Look at that. Love it when plan comes together. I might just like either delete it or just back it into this so that it's undistinguishable from the other corner. Okay. And then I need the side. Where am I at? Okay. I'm going to need another side look too. I love that we talk about Alien while I'm making a bat signal. But I don't know, man. It's just like I feel like Predator. I've said this before, but I feel like Predator's just always had more consistent movies, if not better movies. Like people talk about Predator as like it's a really awful flick, and I just do not agree with that.
Yeah, I don't think it's awful. I'll be honest, like I was really excited for that movie when it was coming out, and I did feel kind of underwhelmed, but I don't think that's a bad movie at all.
Yeah.
It's got, I mean, it's not a particularly great movie, but it's not bad. And Predator 2, it's also not bad. I don't know why.
I don't get half the hate that movie gets. That's ridiculous to me. Yeah. I don't understand that in the slightest, man. Okay, so I don't need that edge. I don't need that edge.
Joel Davis wants to know how Rebels season 3 is going.
Oh, pretty good. I'm not like super far into it or anything, but that's a good show. I know people were complaining about it as it was airing, but I think that's been like a really solid series just overall. You watch any of that?
I've only seen like a few episodes of Star Wars Rebels.
Oh shit, I fucked up and didn't do an angle. I need another side here. I'm like, why is that looking so weird? I don't know, man. Like I was watching one episode and it was like episode 6 of season 3. And like you had Sabine, who's the Mandalorian member of the team. And she's being chased by other Mandalorians. Everyone's wearing jetpacks. She's being chased by other Mandalorians. And as that's happening, she's got Ezra, everyone's on jetpacks running through a canyon. She's holding Ezra in one hand. Ezra's got his lightsaber out and is swinging and deflecting blaster bolts back at the other Mandalorians, all chasing them. Again, on jetpacks. She accidentally drops him and like he yells Sabine as he falls, but then lands on Chopper, who's got a fucking jet in his ass. And so Ezra's fucking surfing on Chopper through a canyon, deflecting blaster bolts. And that is so Star Wars to me. Like, I don't know what the hell people were complaining about as that series airs. I'm like, that was a cool ass episode. Did it have much to do with everything else? I mean, not really, but ask me if I care.
Did you ever someone just left a comment there saying I have mixed feelings about Predators. They promised me more than 3 Preds. Did you ever see like the trailer for Predators?
Oh yeah, the one where like he gets like 17 of the scanners pop up on him at once, and that shot's not even in the movie.
Yeah, like it doesn't bother me that there weren't like 18 Predators really, but I think that was such a cool like trailer moment. And I remember when I saw that trailer in theaters, for
Mhm.
something about it, just to me, I was like, this is gonna be a Predator movie. And I
Yeah,
was right, and I was just so excited. I don't even know what movie I was going to see, but all I remember is that I saw the trailer for Predators when I left.
gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's like a great movie. I think like you can always say that the first movie in the Predators franchise is the best, and I don't think anyone can really disagree with you. But at the same time, I just find what they do with the franchise after the fact to be so much more interesting. It's like the first movie is undeniably good, but then like everything else just does such a good job of like, you know, really taking the premise somewhere.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that you think of when you think of Predator that don't actually happen or come into the picture until Predator 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like just some of the other weapons like the combi stick and like the smart disc
Yeah, exactly.
and yeah, like things like that. And then the whole like when he's on the Predator ship and he has all the skulls and then they give him the pistol and that kind of stuff. It just gives you more of like a history of the Predators. And like Predator 2 is where a lot of things that people just immediately kind of attach on to Predator come into the picture, and most people don't talk about Predator 2 or have some sort of like kind of just understanding that it's not good or something. I don't really know, but I think Predator 2 is pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know where people get that from. It seems like an unfair opinion of that movie. Like I remember I talked to someone on comments of a YouTube video at one point, and they're like, "Oh, it's so stupid. Why would a predator be in a city where anyone could spot him?" Like, okay, I think you're taking it a little too literally, but also they totally established that they consider, you know, serial killers hunters as well, and later in the franchise. So that argument is just dead to me. I don't know what people are thinking when they make arguments like that, you know?
Yeah,
Uh,
Predators in the city. It's cool.
yeah, it is. Totally is. Did you ever read any of the Batman Predator comics?
No, but I did read Superman versus Aliens.
That one makes more sense to me than Green Lantern versus Aliens. Like that one was weird. Uh, I don't think they quite thought that through. It's like it's almost more of an alien story than it is a Green Lantern story, which is strange. uh like they even go so far as to just randomly put a cyborg in it for seemingly no reason whatsoever. And then like it's weird because Wayland Yutani is a thing, but they don't jump to the future. So it's just like Wayland Yutani isn't an Earth company or something, I guess.
That's
Which
weird.
is yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. Xenomorphs are strange like that. Okay, there we go. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Those rounded corners look amazing. Those are some sexy rounded corners. And that just gives you an idea on how long it takes to do some really basic things. Like rounding off the fucking corner. Okay, and there's my great thing. That is truly great. See what I did there? And now I'm looking at this and I'm trying to decide if I want to do a thing with the thing. Oh, this is where it gets really hard to decide what to do. Fuck it. I'm gonna go for it. We're gonna make it happen, Rasco.
Do it.
Yep, let's do it. What is it? What's the hotkey? I've got to learn hotkeys. Shift H. Okay. Shift H. There we go. Is that the right picture? Yes, it is. All right. So I'm going to need to select some faces here. And we're going to try our best to do this. Orthographic front F. Okay. Wish me luck. So I'm going to extrude out. And This is the hard part. And I can tell I didn't do this evenly, and that's going to drive me nuts. Okay. Let's go for right there. Right there? Sure, why not? And let's get some vertexes going here. Oh, no, not those vertexes. Come on. God damn it, Maya.
Why are all these programs named with female names?
I don't know, because they're fickle bitches. That's honestly how I feel sometimes. Okay. I think that's good. I believe I can do this. I need you to believe in me, Rasco.
I believe in you, Ian.
Thank you, Rasco. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Nothing.
Yeah. Probably not. I mean, we wouldn't have fan film reviews, certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we reviewing? Is like Friday the 13th next or
Yeah,
tomorrow?
I think it's like 18th Curse of Jason or something like that.
I've been considering, like, I've been playing the shit out of some Civ lately, and I've been considering doing a Civ game, or a Civ. Like, I've found this series that does like little sketches based on Civilization.
Yeah.
The game series, and like I kind of just want to talk about those because they're really, really funny, and just like the kind of thing that you couldn't do if it, like, nothing would, no company would support you making just an entire series of sketch videos making fun of a video game, but it's like one of those things that could only exist as a fan project.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you would find any of it amusing in the slightest, because they're all just really nerdy Civ jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day.
Civ.
Civilization. You ever play any Civ or no?
Nope. I don't think I've ever played Civ.
Oh, that's disappointing. You should give some Civ a shot. I think you'd enjoy it.
I don't know. My favorite strategy game is XCOM.
Hmm.
If anybody hasn't played XCOM, they're missing out on everything.
Yeah, is that the case?
Yes.
I should do this from the front view. Let's try that again. There we go. Go. Bring those two just a little bit in. There we go. There we go. Bring those two up. And back them out like so. There we go. That's looking kind of like the things, right? Kind of sort of like the things. Roughly like the things. I don't think I'm going to do this section right here. I think that's just there to stabilize the piece itself. I don't think that's really necessary for the rest of the thing. I think it'll look better if I don't have that. So I'm going to try that out. All right, so I need to go manipulate some faces. Perspective. Oh yeah, how's living next to the police station going?
Fantastic.
Yeah, you having fun with that?
Of course.
Okay, that's good to know.
I don't actually live next to a police station, okay? There's just a road where there's oftentimes police cars and ambulances and fire trucks that drive by.
Gotcha. That's not going to work. What if we do this? Whoa. That's about right. Cool. Edit mesh. Extrude some more. Back to the front view. Go up. And
Matthew Bennett just said that he was playing XCOM 2 a while back, and he said that he got so fed up with that game. Well, maybe you just suck at it, Matthew. Yeah. Maybe you just suck at XCOM.
Oh, Rasco really knows how to keep an audience. Maybe you're just ass and it's the greatest game ever. Ever think of that? Matthew.
It is a notoriously hard game. I'm just, maybe you're just terrible.
Rasco with the hard truths here.
Dr. Holocron asks, Ian, what has been the hardest part of making the Green Lantern audio drama?
Honestly, it's gonna sound crazy, but writing it, because right now a lot of it's out of my hands, and that is both a beautiful thing and incredibly frustrating because I just have to trust Matt. But like, it's just writing it was the thing that I took the longest amount of time on, which is kind of crazy considering that I took like a month to cast the thing. And a month and some change to get all the voice work. I was so pleased that all the voice work came in for that, because like usually what kills those kinds of projects is just people being all up for auditioning and whatnot, and then when it comes time to actually do your voice work, they just don't. That's always incredibly disappointing, let me tell you.
Buffoons.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, this needs to be kind of like, these go out from the rest of it. These are the swivelies, as I like to call them, because that's the technical term. So I think I'm just gonna do some basic extruding there. Is it going out on both sides? Yes, good. I kind of like that it's got that little bit of a curve to it, don't you?
What?
Like on the swivel, see how this has like a curve to it?
Oh yeah, that's kind of cool.
I think it's just straight on this one, but I kind of like that it's got a bit of a curve. I don't know.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the curve. I'm gonna keep the curve, dick.
Keep the curve.
Yeah.
Keep the curve.
Okay, there we go. We got the arm structure pretty much done. I think I need to put some. I think these are supposed to be handles here on the side. What do you think? Right there, that thing looked like a handle to you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna save that part for later. Fuck it. We'll do it now. We'll go through and do the detail work now. So on just this part of it before we go and build the actual thing here. Okay, Rasco. Let's start at the bottom because I need some bolts. And get rid of this picture again for a while.
Started from the bottom. Joel Davis asks me if I saw the episode 8 trailer at any of my theater viewings. If so, what did I think? All right, so I know Ian doesn't watch trailers, so I won't say anything specific, but I don't know, I'm pretty excited for episode 8. It's kind of weird, like, I'm looking forward to episode 8, and like I want to see what that movie turns out to be the most of any of these new films. And I guarantee you that like I will probably like, okay, so it was, even though we know like nothing about episode 9, I'm pretty sure that overall at the end of the day, like episode 8, even before episode 7 came out, that was the one that I was the most excited to see, just because I knew that Rian Johnson was directing it, knew that he was writing it, and it was the middle chapter. So I was just most excited to see that movie of any of the three,
Gotcha.
before we knew even any details, really. So I don't know. I think it looks cool.
Yeah. All right. So here is. I'm not sure if I should even bother with this shortcut or not, because it might just end up being a long cut, but we'll see what happens here. Yeah. I don't know why there's not just a create pentagon. The polygon primitives, I got sphere, cube, cylinder, cone, plane, torus. Oh, wait, maybe the torus will be easier. Let's try that.
Solar Dragon says episode 8 will probably suck ass anyway. Why? Why do you think it's going to suck ass, Solar Dragon?
I don't know. Dude, my YouTube feed is so weird sometimes because, like, I just get, like, I feel like YouTube doesn't know me at all. Because like I just get like the weirdest shit from time. Ooh, there we go. That looked like a nut to you?
Well, I know it made me nut when I saw you make that.
Yeah. Glad I could help. Uh, oh, what did I do?
He says, "I don't trust the filmmakers to innovate." I mean, I don't trust J.J. Abrams to innovate. I do trust Ryan Johnson too.
Gotcha. I don't know. I'm kind of in this weird place from like I really liked episode 7. I don't get what everyone's problem with that movie is. It's one of those things where like I feel like people are just upset for really no reason whatsoever. I don't understand half the hate that movie gets, but like I'll get YouTube recommendations. I don't think YouTube understands me because I'll get YouTube recommendations. Like I got one the other night that said like SJWs have ruined Star Wars. I'm like, really? This is the kind of shit I'm getting? What am I watching that's making YouTube think I'm going to enjoy this?
Yeah, I mean, I like episode 7. It's not like it wasn't like my favorite movie of that year, I don't think, but I liked episode 7. I have got some problems with it, but my thing is like I just in general seem to have I guess I just have this very different I guess perspective on what it means to come back and bring the essence of a franchise back than J.J. Abrams. He has this very specific kind of view of what that means. Look at like Star Trek, but specifically Into Darkness, and then The Force Awakens. There's this like recurring theme that J.J. Abrams thinks, and I'm not one of those people that thinks that Episode 7 is just a New Hope beat for beat, but there are than I typically am comfortable with. Again, it doesn't really ruin that movie for me, but J.J. Abrams has this like very specific philosophy when it comes to like recapturing what made a franchise great that I just don't line up with.
I don't know. I really enjoyed it, and I know everyone like complains about, oh, it is just a reboot of New Hope. I'm like, I don't feel like you're paying attention to the thematic beats when you say that, because yes, plot-wise, it has a lot in common with the New Hope, but that doesn't mean that it's just a New Hope over and over again. Let me just say real quick, what I've done here is I've created a large nut, like nut and bolt, and Rasco is going to snicker like a child every time I say that. But like I've created just a large nut, and I need a bunch of them just throughout the entirety of this piece. So I've just created a large one for reference that I'm not going to do anything with. So I've just named it Nut Standard. And Rasco's going to snicker like a little girl again. This is just your standard nut. This isn't a fancy nut. So this is just like my standard that I'm going to go to anytime I need another one, as opposed to having to reorient everything and move it all over the place every time I need one. So yeah. And I'm going to group these. That'll be easier to manipulate stuff with. You got all your nut laughing out of your system?
I can't say that it won't happen again if I just hear the word nut and I'm not prepared.
I cannot make any promises.
Nut comes up.
Yep.
I'm gonna be laughing.
That's about right. I feel like it should be. This one needs to come this way a little bit. There we go. So yeah, this needs to look like it's like bolted in here. So I'm trying to just get that aesthetic down. About right. I'd say so. Oh wait, what did I do that for? I need to go back to group 1. Anyway, I'm excited for episode 8, though. I think episode 8 is going to be a good movie. I'm just like really interested because it seems like they're going to be doing, just from like what I've seen with titles and whatnot, it seems like they're going to be doing what I want them to do based on what like I saw in episode 7. So I'm really hopeful for that. It looks like they might have the balls to actually make something that's more of a prequel to both films, to both franchises, than it is a just new trilogy, or not new trilogy, than it is just old trilogy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that would be really exciting to me. What do you think? Should I sink these in here at all? No, because the nut wouldn't do that. It would sit right on top. Okay. There we go. That's kind of cool looking, wouldn't you say? All right, and then I need my bolt. Or I'm not going to make a whole bolt because that would be silly.
Top of the boat.
Mm-hmm. So again, what I'm going to do is just create a standard and then, you know, work from there. So let's move this. Hide unselected objects. There we go. All right, so first things first. Vertex. Okay, so now I got kind of like a half sphere thing. So there's the top of my bolt so far.
Solar Dragon says, do you guys honestly think Disney will ever let us go back to the Old Republic era? I don't think they have the balls.
I don't know. I hope so, but I'm sorry, I got distracted. What I like about episode 7 is it seems, or episode 8, what we're seeing about episode 8 so far, let me say, is it looks like we might actually get, you know, something that serves as a sequel to not only the original trilogy, but to the prequels as well. And that would be kind of neat. If it like actively dealt with the thematic beats of the original trilogy and the prequels. Did I mean to do that? Did I want to do that? I'm not sure I wanted to do that, Rasco. Let's see what happens.
Ian made a spider web.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches crooks just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man.
Spider Moon.
Spider
Spider
Pig,
Moon?
Spider Pig. I don't like that. I do my Control Z's for a day and a half here.
But oh yeah, the Old Republic era. I don't know. I think we could get. There might be an Old Republic trilogy. I don't know. I think Disney would be willing to do that if. I don't know if they thought that people would want to see that, and I only ever hear people say they want to see that. So I don't know.
It'd be interesting if they did something like that. Oh, you know, it'd be easier than trying to manipulate the bolt or manipulate the vertexes on the sphere. So if I just did some Boolean work.
The space-time continuum.
Yeah. So there we go. Booleans are kind of the sexiest thing in the world to me because it's just like so incredibly easy once you figure them out. Admittedly, it can go terribly wrong. Once a Boolean works out for you, oh, it's beautiful. Needs to be a little thinner because I only want it to take up so much of the sphere. There we go. About that. There, that'll do it. Okay. All right, so you ready to see some sexy ass Boolean action?
Oh yeah.
I think I need intersection. Nope, I need the other kind of intersection. Booleans, Intersection. No, shit. I don't need intersection then. I can never remember what does what is the funny part, though. There we go. That looked like a screw head to you? Like a Phillips head?
Yeah.
There we go. That did it. All right. So where's my outliner at? I can never put spaces in. I always forget that.
Someone asked me my thoughts on Battlefront 2, the EA game, not the original. I honestly haven't really been keeping up with anything about Battlefront 2. I have the first EA Battlefront game. I'll probably wind up buying Battlefront 2.
Gotcha. I guess I'll just make everything visible.
I was talking to my friend yesterday, and and apparently they're gonna probably announce the next Star Wars spin-off movie pretty soon. And I think it'd be cool if it was like an Origin of the Emperor movie.
Oh, a Darth Sidious prequel? That could be. I mean, I guess the problem with that is the prequels kind of are his origin, like the interesting side of his origin, I guess.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool just to see him like. I think it'd be cool if you did like almost like the movie Moonlight, where you get like a 3-act movie about him in his younger years, and you got him as like a pretty young kid, a teen, and then like a 30-year-old man. Like a 3-act movie like that. That could be pretty cool.
I mean, potentially. My thing is just that it would literally be all politics, right? It would literally just be his rise to where he is at the beginning of Phantom Menace. And that part kind of worries me because people complain enough about the prequels in the first place. So I just don't know if I need that in my life. But I would say, like, I love Sidious, which is the crazy part for me to be the one arguing about this. But I will say that if we did it, I already know who I want to play him as a young man. James McAvoy.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Right?
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually really good. I love James McAvoy. He's just awesome. Oh, he's great. I fucking love him in every movie I've seen. All right, so somebody just said that Rasco, from what I hear, it's a tie between a Bounty Hunter film and Obi-Wan spinoff, right? So I think between those, it's probably going to be a Bounty Hunter film. I don't think it will be an Obi-Wan film because I just saw an interview with Ewan McGregor. He was promoting Trainspotting 2 or T2 Trainspotting, and he was asked, "Would you do an Obi-Wan movie?" And he said, "Look, by this time, it really seems like I'm just." Like trying to promote the movie myself the way I get, how many times I get asked that question. It seems like I'm almost desperate for Disney to give me a job. It's like, I would do it. Disney has not came to me and asked me to do an Obi-Wan spinoff movie. And this was, so I don't think that the next movie is going to be an Obi-Wan spinoff movie. But here's the problem with that. Like, I want to see an Obi-Wan spinoff movie, but I don't want to see an Obi-Wan spinoff movie that's not the one that I came up with, because I have had I've had 3 different conversations with my friend Carter, my friend from Matt Slandiker from Who Reviews the Reviewers, and Connor. So I came up with this initial idea for an Obi-Wan movie, and I've taken it to each of them individually, and every time I take it to somebody, they add something amazing to it. By now, we have come up with the perfect Obi-Wan spinoff movie. So I just don't even want to see an Obi-Wan spinoff movie that's not that spinoff movie.
Oh man, you're like the total like nerd. It's like I should just go talk to Disney and get them to make my spin-off movie. And if you showed up at Disney, they'd just be like, "Who the fuck is this kid?"
Yeah, so Dr. Holocron said, just make it a character piece and have it all take place on Tatooine. All right, so that's kind of the idea. So hold on. I need to really refresh my brain. So there's a lot of details that I need to make sure that I get right. So, okay. So yeah, like the idea is it takes place between 3 and 4. You have Obi-Wan. and he's pretty much living as a hermit on Tatooine as we know him to be in A New Hope. And so Mos Eisley, the beginning of the movie, this ship comes in with some cargo, and it's docking at Mos Eisley, and then ship, and one of them, this is like a early on reveal, you're not expecting this, but one of the guys on the ship is actually a former Jedi who didn't die during the execution of Order 66. He didn't die, and so now he lives in like a post Jedi world, and he kind of sees it all as just like fertile ground for exploitation, and he's like this all powerful Jedi, and he kind of just, but he's a Force user who's just become really irresponsible with that power. And so he's going around using all of his Jedi powers. He's not really trying to keep anything secret. He's just going around, and if someone pisses him off, he'll fucking kill them with a lightsaber. And he's kind of running a gang that's now it's kind of like this gang presence in Mos Eisley that's really kind of ruining the area. And so there's a little girl who's from Mos Eisley, and she leaves and she goes looking for help. And it's kind of like a Seven Samurai type thing where she comes across Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan's left with this dilemma where he's like, okay, I can either and not do anything and ensure that there's no attention drawn to Tatooine, because the thing is, if there's a Jedi running around on Tatooine killing people, that's going to draw, if word gets out that that's happening, that's going to draw the Empire to Tatooine. And so Obi-Wan is left with this decision where he's like, well, do I really want to make it worse by going out there and trying to, help? Because I do have this responsibility to look after Luke, and that is like the only hope for the future. That's what I'm here to do. It's to watch over Luke. But at the same time, this lunatic is running around Mos Eisley with his gang of thugs, and he's using a lightsaber, and he's very clearly a Force user. And so he's kind of left with the situation where he's like, okay, I guess I have to go stop this guy, because if I don't, the Empire is going to hear that there's this guy running around Mos Eisley with a lightsaber and using the Force, and I have to get involved now. So Obi-Wan doesn't want to reveal that he's a Jedi, but he has to help. So it's pretty much this Obi-Wan movie where he's just being very, he's got to be very strategic and thoughtful in how he kind of helps Mos Eisley take itself back and get this thug presence out. And it doesn't entirely work, because we obviously know that Mos Eisley it's not the best place. It's a wretched hive of scum and villainy. But this explains why Obi-Wan knows so much about it, because he's been there and he knows the people and he knows the culture. And I just had this really cool idea there's this part in the movie where it's just everyone is kind of like, I have this idea like Obi-Wan goes there and he kind of helps a bunch of people that are willing to fight back against this like thug presence. He kind of like helps them fight back and like save their own town in a way, kind of like something like Magnificent Seven. And at this one point, there's like this moment where it's just Obi-Wan and the former Jedi, and it's just him, former Jedi, and the girl who came to look, that like went to go find Obi-Wan so that he could help them. It's just the three of them, and
help
since
us,
nobody's
Obi-Wan Kenobi, your only hope.
Well, yeah, so because it's just the three of them, Obi-Wan like looks at the girl, and she doesn't know that he's a Jedi, and he just kind of looks at her and he's like, okay, she's the only person here, and it's just me and this other Jedi. And he pulls out his lightsaber and has a duel with the guy at the very end, and it's the only person to see it is this little girl. And then after that, he kills the former Jedi, and the girl's the only person that saw it. And it's just kind of like this little experience for her. She got to see that Obi-Wan was actually a Jedi. No one else was around to see it. And it's just this final duel that he has with the guy. And there's a lot more specific details that I'm not going to get into, because I don't want to just sit here and talk about this movie for an hour. But
I would totally be okay to hear you like describe the entire movie, like get out action figures and animate the whole thing. And trying to decide what angle I want those to be at, but I think I'll leave them just like that. That's starting to look pretty good, wouldn't you say? That definitely looks like a nut in a bolt. Oh, I'm sad now. I thought that looked exactly like a nut in a bolt.
Someone just said Obi-Wan kills the girl to cover his tracks. That's the alternate ending.
That's the Sith ending. It's downloadable content only.
DLC. We're really fucked when we get DLC for movies.
Oh my god, right? Oh, the secret alternate ending. Oh man, that's pretty bad. I don't like that at all. I need to rename these planes because I cannot remember what the fuck they are. There we go. Okay, so now I need my handlebar. How am I gonna make a handlebar? That's the other part that's kind of fun about this is just trying to figure out how you're gonna make something based off of, these are your shapes. So I think I'm gonna go with another torus and just do this and that. Huh. Okay. It's kind of looking handlebar-y. I need to play around with its axes. That's better. So's that. Whoa. Okay, there we go. Whoa. It's really, really sensitive, Rasco. Just goddamn. Look at that. I'm like at less than 1 and I'm fucking around with it way too much. Way more than I want to. I want it to be get that one up a little bit more. That look, it's probably too early for you to think anything of it. I was gonna say, does that look roughly like it could be a handlebar?
I guess.
Yeah. How about that? Does that look handlebar-y?
Yeah, it looks like a handlebar.
Okay. Vertexes maybe. Need to do my lasso select. Get these more inside the piece. Oh shit, I missed a vertex. God damn it. Don't you hate when that happens? God damn it. Keep missing vertexes. I need to reselect. Bastards.
Idiot misses his vertexes. What a doof.
Yeah, what a fucking beta male cuck.
That is a beta male cock, dude. You don't hit the vertex. What the fuck are you even doing with your life?
Yeah. Alright, get that a little bit more. Like so. Just trying to make it look like really, really kind of rough almost. A little more straight in the center. Let's try going back up and taking a little less. Oh, no, I don't want to paint vertexes. Ugh. Playing around with vertexes can be one of the most stressful fucking things in the world because they're just so fucking many of them on a shape sometimes. It's like a goddamn nightmare. Let's see here. I just want...
Somebody just asked thoughts on Injustice 2. I don't have Injustice 2.
Neither do I, but like that is a game that just like I'm really impressed by. Just like from the look of it and all. I mean, the costumes are pretty hideous, but what can you do? Okay, that looks handlebar-y or telephony, depending on your point of view.
Ring, 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 banana phone.
All right, so I need 2 handlebars. So I'll make a duplicate and I'll rotate it 180. There we go. Okay. These need to go. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. 90. There we go. 90. And then the 2 of these need to go like that. 90 again. Oh man. No. -90 maybe? Hard to tell sometimes. It seems like it just like makes shit up. Sometimes I'll like twist something and it'll go, oh, this is rotated 700 degrees. I'm like, how? There's only supposed to be 360 degrees of motion. Quit it.
Hydro Thunder.
Mm-hmm. Put that at 0. There we go. Okay. So I did all that work to make half torus, and then I ended up just making, you know, like a full torus again. So that's pretty impressive.
Looking good in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. La-di-da. I don't know. Does this make you want a 3D model, Rasco?
No, it makes me want to not ever 3D model.
Oh, yeah? That bad, huh?
Actually, not really, but you know, I don't know. It's one of those things where it looks like it takes a long time to learn what the fuck you're actually doing.
It does. And then, like, the real kicker is I don't even think I'm that good. Like, I'm sure everyone's like, oh, wow, this is really impressive. I'm like, nah, guys, I'm kind of amateurish. Like, any other 3D modeler would have just probably worked this out with numbers as opposed to polygons, but I just like working with polygons more. Numbers are neat, though. I'll have to do something with numbers. Oh, wait, I'll probably end up using numbers later.
Numbers are fucking lame.
Well, like, the one that cracks me up is, like, look how they spell numbers. N-U-R-B-S.
Nerves.
Nerbs.
I need to count my nerves.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Count my nerves.
You know, looking at it, I don't like how skinny this part is here in the middle.
I don't like how skinny you are.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Forget you was ever there.
I think this just needs to look... I don't know, does that part need to look thicker? Or what? Yeah, let's fuck with it, see what happens. No. Okay. Just trying to finalize this part of the thing before I go on to actually making the signal section. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. All right.
Do you guys like the 2003 Clone Wars?
No, I think that is an awful show. I have no idea why people like it. I think it is god awful. It's so fucking boring.
I like it, but I get why you don't.
Like, it's just nothing but explosions. It feels like I'm watching a Michael Bay movie.
Yeah, I like it. It's one of those things where it doesn't really make sense. Like, if you couldn't, the same stories couldn't be told. Well, most of them, they couldn't be like, you couldn't shoot a live action version of that how it is in the show. Like, especially like things like the Mace Windu fight with all the droids.
Oh god, that's like the worst part of it too. It's like, you know, I think it was Red Leader that gave me this point, but it's totally the exact right point to make. If Mace Windu could do all that shit, why the fuck did so many Jedi die in Attack of the Clones? Mace Windu's an asshole, and he just let his friends die.
All right, he wasn't getting paid. He wasn't. Come on, and he was volunteer work in Attack of the Clones.
Okay.
That's
like,
why.
but no, seriously, there's that Mace Windu fight with like the big crusher thing, and he just fucking demolishes like an entire army by himself. Yet in the arena in Attack of the Clones, fucking like hundreds of Jedi die apparently, and yet Mace Windu is just there chilling, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where if it for animation it works fine, but like if you just take it out of if you take it out of animation, you try to like seriously think, okay, could this have possibly happened in the actual Star Wars like films?
Mm-hmm.
No, there's no one that powerful, it seems.
Yeah. And that's the thing that gets me, is it's like so ridiculous, the levels to which they get to go in that series. Okay, there we go. Ta-da. I believe that finishes, I'm looking over here. I'm not seeing anything else on the piece that looks like it needs, more stuff done on it. I think that finishes the cradle, or whatever we want to call it. Pretty cool. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to make a big group of everything that's not the standard. Crap. What's not? Oh, okay. No worries. You're such a fucking child. I don't even know what that is, but I'll include it. Why not? Okay, so this is getting put into a group, and I'm going to call it Cradle, and we're going to save before things go horribly wrong. Let's put it all in here. That's something I always forget to do in Maya, because Maya doesn't auto-save for you, just in case like things don't work out or whatever while you're working on it, and that is just incredibly annoying. Okay, so I got the cradle there. I'm just going to make one more tiny adjustment that has nothing to do with anything, and I'm going to make it pivot from the very bottom, just because that'll make animating or posing it later easier. Okay, so cradle's done, and we're going to say goodbye to the cradle. I just deleted it. Goodbye, all that hard work. No, kidding. Now we're going to actually move on to making the signal part of the bat signal, the thing that everyone came and paid good money for. But I don't really like this bat signal. Do you?
No.
All right. So to the internet, let's go find a bat signal to create. Bat symbol. Okay. What's a good bat symbol? It doesn't have to be an oval. It can just be like one of these or these. Shout when you find one you like.
Shout.
Where?
I like the one that's below the like next. Okay, up, left.
That one?
No. The other
left.
one. Yeah.
Left that was my fault because I'm terrible. You know what, Rasco? Actually, you know what? Let's have the audience choose one. Everybody in the audience just start. Rasco's going to help guide me to the one you choose. So, just like if I'm. Oh wait, here's a good example thing. This kind of has some interesting stuff there. Everyone in the audience, just if you see one on screen you like, let's use that.
Someone says, use the segmented bat symbol from City of Scars.
I do not like that thing. I don't know what it is.
We're not going to use the City of Scars one.
They were mean to us.
The history there. We're not going to use that.
Yeah. Or I could cheat. I could totally cheat. Let's see here.
Is there gonna be like a bat symbol in there, like in the program?
Not quite. I got to figure out what hold on. I need to open up something that I can type in real quick to figure out what key it is I need. Because I've got like DC Comics font here. Let's make it bigger. 28. Is it B? Oh, wait, I'm typing in white. No, I'm not. It should be black. B. Oh, there it is. Bat symbol.
Bat symbol.
I can cheat and use that. Let's see if I got anything else I can use here. 84. All right. Shift B. Shift B is not an option. I can make a robin symbol.
The beetle symbol.
I'm just trying to Aquaman.
Someone wants the Batman Beyond one.
Ooh, a Batman Beyond signal could be cool.
Yeah, I like that one.
Is that all the DC font I have? Don't I have another one? No. All right, is everyone cool with Batman Beyond signal? I'm cool with the Batman
I will
Beyond
forever hold your penis.
All right, let's look up a good example. Batman Beyond symbol. Oh, not SY. I needed symbol. Try that again. Oof, those are pretty nice. It is a really cool symbol. Dude, I love Batman Beyond so much. This looks like a pretty good quality image. All right, let's save that and go to Bat Signal. Put it all in one folder.
On the bat symbol.
What?
Hold on, there's an ambulance going by. Someone said, put nipples on the bat symbol.
That would be the Batman Forever symbol then.
We're not using nipples.
Okay, let's create a plane again. See, I shouldn't have deleted that plane from earlier. Rasco, why did you let me delete that plane from earlier? God damn it, Rasco.
You fail.
I guess. You're such a dick face, Rasco.
I know.
God, it's a complicated ass name. I never understand why things on the web are like so ridiculously named. It's like forever and a day to get anything to have like a natural name. Come on. Which way do I need? I need 180. Like never just this is the thing that you were looking for. Okay, this needs to go just below the grid slightly. Okay. Oh, never mind. I needed that. Okay.
I see without seeing. To me, darkness is as clear as day. What am
I? I see without seeing. To me, darkness is as clear as day. What am I? I'm not sure. What are you?
Please, you're as blind as a bat. Exactly.
Oh, right. Okay. This is a stupid riddle because it's not even true. All right. EP curve tool it is. Let's start this party out right. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. So yeah, I'm just going to sit here and trace out the bat symbol with some curves. I got curves. This part's kind of boring.
So somebody asks, Ian, do you ever get, this is Joel Davis, Ian, do you ever get tired when people harp on the same thing over and over again, especially movies when they are bad, like when people harp on BVS or Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Yes, that like annoys the shit out of me that like everybody has the same complaints about a movie. I'm just like, okay, if you're going to do a review of a movie, fine. But if you're going to like pick on something, try to have actually original thoughts. Like if something's a problem, it's a problem, sure. But I just hate like, oh, the CG in Green Lantern's so shit. Like people just say, like throw that out as a criticism, but then like don't ever point to an example. Like you're not allowed to just do that. Like I couldn't say like I'm trying to think of just like a universally bad movie. I couldn't say Batman and Robin is a bad movie because the plot's just stupid, and then just be expected to get away with that. I need to explain why the plot is stupid. You can't just say, oh, this movie has bad CG and then just leave it at that. You need to actually, make an argument. and it pisses me off when people don't. It doesn't look real, by the way, is not an argument. It's a statement. So that's something that always actively annoys me. I'm getting kind of tired of doing this. I hate EP curves so much. I should have cheated. Rasco, why didn't you convince me to cheat?
Because I don't believe in cheating.
Cheaters always win, Rasco. Just look at the Patriots or Donald Trump. And it's gotten political. All right. What's your favorite bat symbol, Rasco?
Dark Knight Returns.
Oh, like the really, really big one?
Yeah, the obese one.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'll always love the Nolan films. It's just so streamlined and cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Yeah. Do I want to try and do a thing that I don't remember quite how to do?
This is from Joel Davis. A message for Ian. Hashtag real Tarkin. You know what I'm talking about. Wink.
Yeah. I like Joel and I talk about Peter Cushing in Rogue One, and how I actually prefer the digital performance to the real Peter Cushing. Is it just me? He has more of a character in that movie than he does in New Hope, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. I love the way Cushing looked in Rogue One. I thought it looked great. And yet everyone's like, oh, it's so fake. I just roll my eyes, man. Look at my eyes. Roll them.
If anybody can find, I swear, at one point in my life, and this might actually be in one of the Joel Schumacher Batman movies, there's like a club mix of the like Batman Forever theme.
It could have been in Batman Forever when they're in the club.
Yeah, I always thought it was maybe in that scene, but I'm not sure. So if someone can find like a YouTube video that has that music or like the scene and link it to me, I would appreciate it.
Gotcha. You know, I was talking about this on Twitter the other day. As bad as a movie as Batman Forever is, that scene of the bat signal up in the air and like the Riddler question mark appearing over it via lasers, it makes no sense, but it looks so fucking cool.
It does look pretty cool.
Oh, that was a bad one. Let's get rid of one more. All right, let's try that again. It's really hard to do points with this curve tool. There we go. Come on. Get it lined up with this thing. There we go. That looks better. Oh. So yeah, I'm just tracing out the shape of this. I mean, you can do like characters like this too. This was what I was talking about with the numbers. You can actually take curves and characters and make them in that way. I think that is just a nightmare because you have so much less control with numbers than you do with polygons. Like if this doesn't work out, I'm gonna have to just start all over basically, and that sucks. Yeah, like I could do this with polygons. I just don't think it'll look as good because of all the curves in it. So I'm trying it with a curve tool, but that could just go really
Horribly
really, yeah. And now that I've got a lot of the swooshy curveness to this, I've got to do. Oh, that was that one. I've got to do a lot more laying down the breadcrumbs, I guess you'd call it. Oh, curves.
Joel Davis, Ian, apart from the 2 EU books I know you've read, have you delved into any other franchise tie-in media like Star Trek book, like a Star Trek book, for example? And what are your thoughts on tie-in media in general?
That's an interesting question. I'm trying to think. I've read some like novelizations of stuff before. Like I remember at one point I read the novelization of the ooh, that's not pretty. I read the novelization of the V for Vendetta movie. So I read a novelization of a film adaptation of a comic book, which is just kind of weird no matter how you slice it.
That's really weird. Do you even like get yourself motivated to do that? Like,
I don't know. Like at the time, I didn't know it was a comic book. I thought it just had been a movie. Because I was like when I was in high school before I got into comics. So I just didn't even know that it was like a comic already. I thought it was just okay. Yeah, there's this movie, and it's got a really interesting theme. And hey, look, there's a novelization of it. I want to read the novelization, and I did. But no, I've never read like Star Trek novels or Doctor Who stuff. I read a little bit, or I've listened to a couple of the Doctor Who audio dramas. Those are cool. They're just too fucking expensive. Like, those are ridiculous because you get what is essentially the length of an episode in audio drama form, but you got to pay like if you buy it on CD, you got to pay like I think $40 for it or something. The last time I looked, and it's like for a 40-minute episode, you're paying $1 a minute. Shit, that's no good. I don't know about that life.
asks Solar Dragon 007. This is for Ian and Rasco. What is your favorite Batmobile?
Ooh, the Grant Morrison Batmobile from his run. It's so fucking cool. With all the red. Oh, the fucking red. It's just like the interior or the thing's black and then like the windshield and all the windows are red because there's like lights in the interior that make everything red, just like in the Batman Beyond Batmobile. Oh, and it's just so fucking cool. It is undeniably awesome.
This is gonna be a really unpopular opinion, but I really like the Batman Forever Batmobile.
Oh, the Neon Machine? I dig the Neon Machine.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I got to see that in person. I was on the Warner Brothers like studio lots, and then they have this one warehouse where they just have all of the Batmobiles and like the Tumbler and the Batpod and a bunch of shit. And I got to see all of the Batmobiles.
Neat. I would like to do that. I got kind of spoiled. Like everyone's favorite is the '89 Batmobile. I got kind of spoiled on that one because I live near Auburn, which has like a big car show every year, and they just have one of those. They just have the '89 Batmobile around. So I just got kind of spoiled on it. I'm like, yeah, it's just okay. I don't really care for that one. I just got to see it like driving by that place every other week. Which was, I don't know, weird experience, I guess.
Yeah, somebody was talking about the H.R. Geiger's Batmobile.
I didn't know H.R. Geiger made a Batmobile.
Yeah, it's really weird looking.
Is it just penis shaped?
Well, there are some kind of penis-shaped things on there. It's like an X. It looks like an X chromosome.
Interesting. It seems like Geiger would just, yep, penis.
Okay, here's a question that I like. Are your favorite and least favorite internet critics?
Oh, least favorite or one I dislike the most is Grace Randolph. I think she's like a really terrible critic. Like, first of all, she's not even a critic herself. She just has other people give her their opinions. Secondly, she just goes straight for the rumors and like by doing so actively helps spread rumors, which is annoying. And just she has just really bad opinions and she can't stand by anything. And it actively annoys me when I hear her talking. I used to be subscribed to Indie Mogul, which like showed you how to do stuff. And for some reason they uploaded all her videos to the channel too. And it was just, always annoyed me.
Oh.
How about you? What's when who's the internet critic you cannot stand?
Oh God. Let me be careful here because there's there's a lot of people I don't really like on the internet, but my least favorite internet critic. Honestly, this isn't actually. I'll say that this is someone that I don't hate this person personally. Like I don't not like the. For one, I really don't like. I don't like Grace either, but I think that she's kind of in the camp of. I just don't think she's a very good reviewer. But then the person that I just frequently feel like I have just a complete different stance on just where we're even coming from when it talks to critiquing film is like. And again, I don't hate this person. I just feel like this isn't the last person I go to for a review on a movie that I'm interested in seeing, and that's probably John Campea from Collider. Again, I don't hate John Campea at all. Or John Campea, not Calampia. I don't hate John Campea at all. I just feel like we're coming from talking about movies from a completely different side of things, and it's just someone that I very rarely ever have overlap with opinions with John Campea. Again, I don't hate him. I just oftentimes disagree with him, and so I don't know. I like to use like internet critics. It's kind of like a barometer. Like I'm always interested to see what other people think of things. And generally speaking, if I know, generally speaking, where someone's coming from, I know how I might feel about something. If like I know, so like I know this person typically feels this way about things that I typically feel this way about, and I kind of use that to. It's oftentimes before movies come out, I can sometimes use that to kind of see where I think I'll ultimately wind up falling on something post. And I just feel like just someone who just comes from a completely different side of things is John Campea. Again, I don't hate John Campea. He's a fine guy.
Yeah, I gotcha. There's a lot of people like that where I'm just like, I don't agree with anything you ever say.
Yeah, the thing with
Sam's channel is one of those guys. Sam's channel's he's been on this show, even though I don't think he remembers it. Because he was formerly a contestant on Who Reviews the Reviewers, and he dropped out at the last second. But like he's a guy who I'm just like, does nothing please you? It's like he always seems to hate something. Like I've never heard him give a positive review of literally anything. It's kind of hilarious.
Yeah, someone oh God, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, the thing with Grace, like, didn't she like, yeah, she like insinuated that John Campea was paid off by Marvel to give them favorable reviews.
That's lovely of her to do.
And John Campea had like the best response to that. He was like, "You're a psychopath."
Oh wow. Internet reviewer drama.
Which internet critics have the most obnoxious fan bases?
See, I've never had to deal with anything like that. I guess I've just been lucky. I've never had to deal with like, oh, you said something bad about this reviewer and I'm a fan of theirs, so I'm gonna like shit on your channel or whatever. I've just never had to deal with that. Maybe I'm just fortunate, I don't know, but like that has just never happened to me. Shift D. No, that didn't work. I just duplicated it, I think. Shit. What's the fucking hide selection? Control H. There we go. Oh, that's looking pretty good, actually. What do you know? Sometimes things work out. No, I've just never had to deal with like really shitty internet fans or whatever. I guess I've just been fortunate, but
Now someone's asking which franchises have the most annoying fan base.
oh, easily Sonic the Hedgehog.
Really?
Sonic the Hedgehog's fan base is so weird. There's such a diverse pool of talent, and then there's just people who I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like there's some weird Sonic the Hedgehog fans out there, man. All right, I think the bat symbol is good. I'm gonna hide that. I'm also gonna name it Signal. I keep wanting to type or spell signal with S-I-N. I don't know why.
Terminator signal.
Okay.
Genesis.
Genesis. Please work, please work, please work. What? Oh my word. Let's hide that as well. Oh, would you look at that? That's a beautiful, beautiful bat symbol. Oh, that's a thing of beauty, Rasco. All right. There we go. There's the symbol, so I can hide that now. All right. Now let's work on the projector. Projector's got bolts all over it. It's got like a big battery-looking thing. Oof, this will be interesting. It's got like divots in the side. Oh man. All right, let's pop up my. Is this my side view or my front view? Good, it's my side view.
Joel Davis, as someone who studies fan bases, I know all the kins. I think he meant to say kinds, but he could have meant kins. It is the internet. There are kins. With Star Wars fans, it's continuity. With Doctor Who fans, it's era. And once fans, it's shipping. And don't get me started on bronies.
Oh fuck! I don't even understand bronies, just as a general concept.
Yeah.
I remember like just should I do a pipe or should I do? Yeah, I should do a pipe. Anyway, yeah, bronies I don't understand in the slightest. It's always been really weird to me that bronies are a thing. I do not understand what is there for you. Do I want those? Yes, I want those.
Friendship is what's there for you, Ian. Friendship.
Are you a brony, Rasco?
Of course. No, I'm not a brony.
Yeah. And then thickness. I need to. Whoa. Okay. This thing's just way too fucking sensitive.
It needs to man up.
It really does. It needs to quit being a little bitch and needs to man up. Okay,
Grow
I think
some
that's
nuts,
good.
bro.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's about the thickness. Let's do 1.5. Just to give it a little more meat on its bones. Okay. First things first, I need to close out the bottom. Extrude. No, that didn't work. There we go. Okay. So I'm making the tube part where the light's going to be emanating from and all that jazz. I'm really interested to see if I can get this to actually project the symbol onto something using lighting and shadows. We will see if I make that happen or not. I'm really tempted to see if I can make that a thing. Okay, and then I'm not going to rotate this. Instead, I'm going to, this thing's not even helping me. Hide selection. I'm better off just looking at the damn thing next to me and trying to figure out what I want to do. Okay, so every other row, oh, that's not going to work. All right, every other row needs to be brought in. How many do I want here? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the big row, and then this cap needs to be bigger. So let's try edge. Do that instead. No, not a good plan. Vertex then. There we go. Bring that down. That's going to be thicker. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bands. I need 4 bands. 1, 2, 3. I need this to have more meat to it. Whoa, what just happened?
Everything just happened, Ian.
Okay, that did it. And it also did something weird. So thank you for that thing. See, that needs to be like that. And that actually will need to be extruded again, but I don't like the way it did it. So I'm going to undo that by just bumping it out like so. Okay, cool. Now then, faces. So leave the first one alone. And this will give me my bands. Whoa, what'd I do? Okay, I don't understand what's happening. All right, let's try that again. Thank you. So something's going wrong here, and I don't understand it. It's like, help me out. Why does it do that? Okay, so that one needs to be left alone. That one, I keep selecting both of them for some reason. I guess it's because of the adjustment I made. So let's try this as a thing and see if that helps. That's weird. I don't like when things act weirdly. Maya, quit being a bitch. God damn it. Fine. What the shit? It's like this whole row doesn't even want to... It's like it's not even detecting this edge. What is happening? Edge. No. This is strange, and I don't like it. Not one bit. Now it's just doing weird shit to fuck with me. Now it's just starting to fuck with my head. Okay. So if I go to face, can I select just like this row now? Yes. Okay, cool. Now I need to insert an edge loop because of all that bullshit. God damn. They do not make it easy, Rasco. I swear to God.
It's because they hate you, Ian.
I guess, man. Good. All right, let's get this edge lined up where it needs to be.
You either.
Yeah? I don't blame you. I don't like me very much sometimes. It's a little like under one full grid. Get one more of these in here then. Yeah, that looks about even, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, now let's try it. Now that I've got it figured out because it's not fucking with me anymore. God, just the bullshit you have to deal with. You see what I put up with this shit?
Yeah, it looks like hell, dude.
And I'm still selecting shit that I don't want to. For some reason, I got the inside faces. I don't know why. Or no, wait, I need the inside faces. Why am I getting... Why is it doing this shit to me? Ah, all right. You know what? We're gonna paint. We're gonna paint faces. It'll be easier than fucking with this bullshit. Orthographic side. Oh, that's so much more pleasant. It's just a happy little face that gets painted now. Orthographic left. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Now I don't have to fuck with it. Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful painted face?
It's beauteous, Ian.
Yep, yep. I agree, Rasco. I agree very much so. Oh, lovely. Graphic back. Yep. Finally, thank God. Okay. So now let's go to the side. So I've got these bands that I need to get, and I'm going to do that by just shrinking one side in and then bringing up the middle section again. Actually, you know what? Front. Once these, I need to just leave those faces untouched. That should work. That should mean that the middle section just stays right like it is. Good on that side. Good on that side. All right, I think that'll be good. I think it'll be a thing of beauty. I'm hoping so, at least. All right. So now I'm going to do the extrude. I'm just going to bring them straight in, more or less.
Okay, we got somebody just said Solar Dragon 007. Hey Rasco, a hard M. I don't know what a hard M is. I don't.
A hard
What?
M?
A hard M.
A hard M. Well,
What
it's
is
better
that?
than a soft M, I suppose.
Clarify what you mean by that, Solar Dragon 007. I don't know a hard M. I don't know. He also asked me what I think of Alien Covenant. I already talked about that earlier. What did you think? I don't. Solar Dragon, you're gonna drive me crazy unless you clarify what a hard M was. It feels like you're trying to tell me a mystery.
Like, it sounds like he's talking about, like, a video game. Like, if there was a really hard M mature video game, maybe? Of what, though?
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I just got tired of dealing with some deleting faces and hoping that it doesn't come back to bite me in the ass. We'll see what happens, though. Just Jesus Christ, some of the bullshit you got to put up with in this game or in this program. Oh, it's bullshit. It's just bullshit. All right, but there's the meat of the signal. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good. Don't you say it looked like metal bands kind of around the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just beautiful. Okay. And then I need just a... what do I want to do? Not a plane, obviously. Circle? Sphere? Yeah, let's use a sphere.
Dr. Holocron wants to know what are some of your comic book guilty pleasures.
Like bad comic books that I read anyway?
I guess.
That's a hard one. I'm not sure, man. That's one where I'm like, I don't know if I purposefully read bad comics.
Masochist.
I guess. Edge. All right. Graphic front. Vertex. Anything under that line right there goes away. Or not. Okay, face. Anything under that line goes away. There we go. I'll leave this just, it's not going to be quite as concave as it is, but it's going to be just a little bit.
Oh, okay. Solar Dragon 007 says that the hard M was a typo. Okay.
Oh, okay. Hard R? Hard what?
I don't know
That doesn't like
so
satisfy
was
the
there anything
problem.
like what part's the typo? Is the M the typo, or was the hard part, or is just everything after Hey Rasco a typo?
Okay, there we go.
All right. I really have to go piss. I'll be back in just a minute.
That's cool. I actually took a bathroom break before this. See, everyone, what Rasco doesn't realize is he is a strapping young man and could easily make money by just letting people pay him to let them hear him piss, and yet he never does it. I don't know why. It seems like a foolish decision, in my opinion. No, that's actually sunk in a little bit into the signal itself. There's a little bit of distance between those two, so I'm gonna keep that distance there. And I'm gonna actually name this in the outliner so I can find it. Glass cap. Oh, god damn it. Okay. So there we go. There's that part done. Now I think I need to finish off the back of it here and get the bottom working right. Face. Paint the face. All right. Edit mesh. Extrude. Edit mesh. Extrude. Double extrudes all day, son. There we go. That's kind of weird. I don't know why that happened. That's very strange. Okay. Edge. I'm try to close that up as much as I can. Marina vertex. Where's my merge vertex? There we go, merge.
Boom, boom, let me hear you say way-ho.
I'd rather not. I don't feel like saying way-ho if it's all the same to you.
Okay. Solar Dragon says, how come you guys never did a Covenant spoiler cast? We were going to do a Covenant spoiler cast today on Geekvolution next Sunday, I think. So there will be an Alien Covenant spoiler cast.
Yeah, so take that, Mr. Solar Dragon, if that is your real name. Rasko, I bet you that's not even his real name.
So apparently everything after Hey Rasko was a typo. I think that's what he's saying. He said everything, so
Okay.
we'll never know. That was such a provocative typo, dude. Rasko.
It was
hard M.
a hard M. More
Dr.
things in
Holcron.
life need a hard M.
Dr. Holcron says, what's your opinion of Arkham Knight?
I've still not played that game. I've
I
still
done
yet
played
to
it.
play that game.
My least favorite of the Arkham, okay, throwing out Arkham Origins, it was probably my least favorite Arkham game. Story-wise. And I didn't like how everything was like a fucking boss battle in the Batmobile game.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I think I can salvage that. I think I can do it, Rasko. Do you think I can do it? Do you believe in me? I really needed you to believe in me, and you don't.
No, you're not going to do it.
Okay, let's try
Philip?
this.
Philip Kelton says, if you could have a superpower, what superpower would it be?
Control time. Easiest answer ever. Control time.
Does that mean that you go back in time and fix things and stuff like that?
That just like have complete and total control over time. So like I can pause time. Just anything with the ability to control time. It's completely unbeatable.
Yeah, so
Easily the best superpower.
You know, there's always like the ones that I think would be the most, well, in some way the most fun. Like for me, it's always like invisibility, the power of persuasion, just to like be able to straight up persuade people to do whatever I want. Being able to control time is up there with those. And then like the one that is probably not as useful as those, but is really fun, is just like super speed. I really like super speed.
Like it's interesting to think about super speed because your whole like brain, everything about you would have to change for that one.
Yeah.
That's like the really intriguing one, super speed. It's just like everything's different. I don't like fucking with the edge. Face. Face the face of your face. Can I face your face, Rasko?
Yes.
Maybe I should delete that edge. No, that's a bad idea. All right, let's see what happens when I extrude this face. Because like this has like some kind of weird end cappy thing, and I don't quite know what to do with it. Oh wait, that's kind of sort of looking good. It's hard to tell with the way that this this has the like shading change for some reason. Oh, that looks fine. I'll take it.
Oh, okay. I think. Okay, it's pot. Okay, never mind. That doesn't. Never mind. Never mind.
Okay. Never minding. Oh, that was pretty funny. Oh man. I think. Wait. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, all right. This is turning out pretty good, man. I'm pretty happy with the symbol. Now I just need to do this like little battery pack or whatever this is. So I'm gonna put these in a group. Group those two together and call it. What would you call that part of the bat symbol, or the spotlight? I guess just light. Hide that for a few, and I'm gonna work on this little cradle-y thing with the battery, because it just kind of clunks right onto the bat symbol there. So we're gonna start that with a cube, and it's got a little more of those two.
What do
than it
you
does
guys
the other.
think the reception of Wonder Woman will be?
So far, fan reaction seems really positive, so I'm cautiously optimistic.
Honestly, I have no idea how people will react to it. I don't know. I don't really
Yeah,
care either.
I am cautiously optimistic right now. That's all I can be right now, is just hoping that it doesn't suck. That is my current attitude.
I mean, there's a good chance that it's the best of the new DC EU movies, just because there hasn't been a very high bar set.
Yeah, but that doesn't like exclude the fact that it also might just be a bad movie, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm really worried about. I'm like, okay, it's the best of the DCEU by being the least bad. Yay. That's what I'm really worried about is going to happen.
Yeah.
All right, I would say that's a pretty effective cradle once I get the nuts and stuff on there. Whoops. Control H or Shift H. There we go. All right, so I need the light to come out this way, and it's kind of which direction do I need that to rotate in? All right, let's put that at 90, and then up, and it's kind of like right on the front there. No, not that front. Front. Okay. It needs more.
Solar Dragon says super speed would fuck up your sex life, though.
Not if you have precise muscle control, though. Okay, let's try that again. That's the thing, is you need not just one superpower. You need kind of like a host of them. Otherwise, things go wrong quickly. Like if you just have flight, then it's really fucking cold, and there's just like other shit you have to deal with. Like just flight doesn't mean shit, because then you like, what are you gonna do? Carry everything or no? Because it doesn't mean you're strong enough to like carry people or whatever. And then it's like dealing with those speed. You wouldn't be able to like fly faster than you could run or whatever. So that's a problem. So you need like flight and speed. It's a host of things. It's not just any one individual thing, and that's always the problem. These come with conditions.
Speed flight.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's show the symbol again and get that placed. Show selection. Ooh, that is a big ass symbol. All right. First things first, let's rotate it 90 degrees. And then scale it down, and then move it up. Okay. I'm gonna hide this part for now, and this too, because I don't need that. Hide selection, and I need wireframe unshaded. All right. Cool. So now I've got just the symbol itself right there. Let's see here. I need to do this orthographically. Side.
Someone says, does the woman only screening of Wonder Woman annoy you guys? It annoys the shit out of me, Solar Dragon 007 asks.
That's so silly. I do not understand why people are mad about that. I'm like, come on. Really? You're annoyed at the woman only screening? That seems ridiculous to me.
I mean, I could not fucking give zero. I couldn't give less shits about this, honestly. But
Yeah?
like, I don't know. I don't really care.
Okay. Like for me, I hear people complaining about it. I'm just like, why? It's not like you're gonna not get to see them. Like, are you even in an area where you could go to that? That's like my first question. Like, are you even affected by this on any conceivable level? And then two, like, why do you care? It's an early screening. You probably wouldn't even be able to go see it anyway. And there's just like so many things where I do not understand why people are complaining about this.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the only thing I could say, like, I honestly really don't care about it either way. Honestly, the only thing I can say is like, it is just. I mean, I guess it's one of those things where, and I don't really think this is why it annoys people. I kind of look at it as just like this funny thing. Like, I don't really know what the point of it is. Like, I get it. Like, it's Wonder Woman and the Amazons and all the bullshit. Okay, I just.
Like, I think it's just like a marketing move, to be honest. And now people are getting pissed off at it, and other people are like, "Oh, well, this is like clearly empowering women." I'm like, really? They're getting to go see a movie like a day before everybody else. I don't think it's either. I think it's just like a marketing ploy that, the fucking wanny ass men's rights groups get all pissed off about. Like, there's this guy like, "Oh, see, that's not equality." I'm like, dude, it's a fucking movie screening for the novelty of, hey, we actually have a female superhero movie that maybe will actually be good.
Now someone says, let's have a men-only screening of the next Star Wars film.
No, because, like, I don't know. I think it's so silly. They're like false equivalencies all over the place. Whether or not this movie's actually going to have like a good feminist perspective is an entirely different issue too. That just no one's even like remotely considering, and it's just silliness. It's just absolute silliness. All right, there's the symbol on the thing. I decided to just flatten out the glass because I wanted to deal with the way that it was not being helpful, Rasco.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the thing with I don't think that it really makes sense to react with a men-only Star Wars screening. I think, I don't know. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, like, it's not like this would like the reason it's happening with Wonder Woman is just because she's a big tentpole character that hasn't really had a movie, and so they're just trying to, I don't know, do things to satisfy the people that like a socially progressive moment in Hollywood history, I guess. I
don't know. Just it's like clearly a marketing ploy that people are getting way
like
too invested in.
The people who made this decision probably give zero shits, and it is entirely just like wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, that's my thing. I'm like, oh, like when I heard the news, I was like, oh, neat, good for them.
Just can't give a shit.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. I'm just like, really, this is what we're getting upset about. Let me just explain what I did there. So this is the symbol right here, and this is the glass cap, and I just like parented the symbol to the glass cap. So if I like need to move or do any adjustments to the glass cap, the symbol doesn't move, or I don't have to do anything to that, which is nice. So just a little hierarchy thing. Okay. And now I need my nut and my screw. And Rasko's gonna go.
You're so nut.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm just gonna start moving these together. So I'm gonna just get this so it's right there. Okay. And this one actually has like a shit ton of them too, which is crazy. All right. Because there's like a ton of these motherfuckers all over the top of this. So I gotta, oh wait, no, it's not on the top. It's around the sides. Son of a whore. All right, let's control this.
It's a matter of principle. What do you think would happen if there was a men's only screening for a film? I mean, I get like, no, like there's on principle, you're correct, but it's just,
Actually, there are
Can't
men only
do-
screenings of things is the funny part.
like, what?
We just don't make a big deal out of it. It's just like, oh, it's a men's only thing.
Wait, what are men only screenings for what?
Like there was a concert recently, and like fucking even Trump went to it. There was a concert that was a men only screening, or a men only concert. I think it was Neil Diamond. I want to say it was a men's only Neil Diamond concert. There are men's only things all the time, and no one reacts to it. So no, it isn't like a principle thing. On principle, there are men only things constantly, and so I find the whole thing silly. It's like it's seriously being reacted to just because it's women, and that's ridiculous to me. There are men's only screenings of everything, and sometimes there are men's only screenings just by default because no women show up. And I don't know, it's just silly. Oh, that didn't quite work. Anyway. I don't know. I think the whole thing's just silliness. I think people are just complaining just to complain. Like, if you're upset, there's nothing I can do to help you. I ask the question, can you even be affected by this right now? Like, even if there was, like, even if you were in the area, like, would you even be able to attend in the first place? Because it's an advanced screening. One of my questions for you. I don't know. Let's talk about something else, Rasko. What else is going on in the world today?
I don't know. Somebody asked a question in the chat. Do it. Are there any movies that made you regret becoming a critic?
What? Because like I had to review them or something? Like good,
I don't
bad?
know. I don't know. I kind of read that question as like, are there movies that come out that make you just want to? I don't even like. I don't know. I have a thing where I really don't like reviewing movies that are new releases.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like talking about new release movies. I mean, like I know I like talking about new release movies. I don't like reviewing new release movies.
Mm. Yeah. See, I don't know. I have a hard time with that. I don't know if there's a movie where I'm just like, oh God, I don't want to talk about this right now. It's an interesting question, I guess.
I don't know. I think Ghostbusters 2016 is like a big one for a lot of people
Oh, certainly.
because it's just impossible to talk about that movie.
Yeah, that's true. I don't. I think like because I'm such a small little corner of the world here as far as reviewing goes, I don't really feel affected by a lot of the harsh criticism. Like every so often, I'll get a comment from someone who's like, "Oh, I can't believe you didn't like this movie," yada yada yada, or whatever. But it's so rare that like it never really affects my opinion of a film. So I don't know. I guess I'm just too small time for that question to give any kind of really provocative answer or insightful answer. So what I'm doing is saving myself some time by changing the pivot point of this initial bolt to the center of the symbols. That way I could just duplicate it and pepper it throughout here. Okay. Anyway, I don't know, Rasco, is there anything where like you just felt like because you had to deal with something that other people wouldn't with the movie because you were a critic?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't really even like to think of myself as a critic. I just talk about movies sometimes.
Yeah, I kind of have that too from time to time. I'm just like, I'm not really a critic, y'all. I just like I review things, sure, but I just do that because I like to get my thoughts out on a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's an interesting thing. And these I'm gonna just rotate randomly so that I can have it look like they're all kind of going at slightly different directions. It just looks a little more realistic and visually interesting when I get done with the render of it. I should save. I haven't saved in a while. I'm gonna save real quick. Now I've got a lot of mesh. I really should be saving more often. Rasco, you should be reminding me to save more.
Never. I want you to fail.
It is heartbreaking when you put a lot of work into something on Maya and then you haven't saved and then it just like, crashes on you.
Yeah.
That is just like, there's nothing else that takes the wind out of your sails quite like that. It's like watching someone shit in your cereal.
Actually, one thing, okay, here's an example of something that like makes me just want to leave the internet. Viewing internet community, I just thought Alien Covenant, that's literally the most recent example of this. And it's not that like I don't really care if people like a movie or not. I get very agitated when I see someone come up with this really dumb, obvious thing to throw out, and then everyone just is like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna grab that. Oh, and this person said this over here, I'm gonna grab that, and you just keep getting like everywhere.
Oh, so the Ray is a Mary Sue.
Yeah, stuff like that. You just everywhere you go, like recycled, ridiculous, like just everywhere you go, recycled, just criticisms condensed to like a meme.
Mm-hmm.
They're just everywhere. And it bothers me the most when they're just not true, and also bothers me the most when they're like objectively not true, like not like your opinion. I'm saying like you're saying something was this way when it was not in the movie. Mm-hmm. Things like that bug the hell out of me. It also bugs me when like everyone like, and because right now what's happening is you just go on YouTube and you just see video after video after video after video after video of like Alien Covenant sucks and I hate it. Alien Covenant's this and it's faking gay, like things like that everywhere. It's just it's ridiculous. And I watch the videos and I want to stab my fucking eyes out, dude, because some of the things that I keep hearing parroted are so ridiculously false.
Yeah. Yeah, I get you there. That always does drive me up the wall. And it's just like, it's just aggravating because that they didn't put any thought into it. It's like Max Landis, for, love him or hate him or whatever, when he says Ray's a Mary Sue, that is his actual opinion, right? He's wrong, but it's his actual opinion. And then everyone else in the world just takes that and runs with it. It's ridiculous. Okay, and we're almost done with the modeling section of this. I just need to put some nuts right here. Just need to plop my nuts right down. Edit, group that. Modify, center pivot. Okay, here we go. Just put some more detail work here and there. I like doing the detail work. It's really relaxing. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Some nuts are bigger than other nuts. And, there are some guys who are like really ashamed of that, but never be ashamed of your nuts. You're beautiful just the way you are.
He said nuts.
Mm-hmm. Says the guy who actually laughs every time I say nuts.
He said nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
La-di-da. Not sure if those are going to be where I'm putting them or not. I'm not sure how much overlap and or penetration I'm going to get here.
Someone just said, "Holy shit, that's savage, Rasco." I don't. What was savage? What I just said about nuts?
There's like such a delay that makes doing like live shows really hard when there's such a delay between the comments and the speaking. I'm like, I don't care if someone curses or whatever. Like, I'm going to read whatever I'm going to read. It's not like it's appearing on screen.
Solar Dragon. What was that? What did I say that was so savage?
Okay, that's not interpenetrating. Cool. Just twisting my screws around here. Okay. Do some. Cool. So there's the light. Can hide those. Hide selection. Cool. All right, there's the light. Let's look at the cradle. Show the cradle. Okay, the light is facing the wrong direction for one. Go, Ian.
Noob.
Yep. Total noob move. It's coming together, and it's too. I don't want to fuck with the light too much, so I'm gonna just expand the cradle.
Someone just said, "I wonder if we will get the people versus Ridley Scott." Yeah, if that happens, dude, I'm gonna leave this planet if that happens.
The people versus Ridley Scott. What's that?
There's like that whole thing where it's like the people versus George Lucas, and it was like this documentary or some bullshit about like people hating George Lucas for all the special editions and his just general attitude towards his own fan base and shit like that. And it was a big thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you can like watch it on Netflix, I think. And if that happens with Ridley Scott, I'll shoot myself because Ridley Scott is a much better director than George Lucas.
Okay, how did that happen? There's interpenetration and there shouldn't be. It should be the same on one side as it is on the other. It's not fair, I tells you. It's not fair. And how did that happen? That helps. Okay. It's like weird. It was like one thing was not facing the same way as the other. That was kind of pissing me off. All right.
Oh, okay. He was referring to what I said about Alien Covenant. That was savage.
Okay. This needs to go under what? What part of it is that? That's PQ2. PQ2, and then also under PQ2. Okay. No, not whatever I did, undo it. My mouse fucks with me sometimes and it doesn't want to work right, and it's really aggravating when that happens.
Buffonius Maximus.
There we go. All right, so when I hit PQ2, the nuts light up. Good. Same for the handles. Those need to be under PQ2 as well. All right, cool. Let's see here. So this I'm just going to have kind of sort of come out. I hope to God this will work the way I want it to work. I
Dr.
really,
Holland
really do.
Asks Ian, what was the first time you experienced disappointment with a comic?
Like major disappointment or just like, oh, that was not a good comic book? It's harder to say. You know, that one's fine. I just need to fuck with this one. I don't know. Like the comic I was continually the most disappointed in was definitely Scott Snyder's Batman, just because it was so blatantly a thing to me, and like no one else wanted to admit that it was this thing, and everyone else treated it like it was like solid gold. And I just it's just frustrating because I knew it wasn't. Like I knew that it was clearly a ripoff, and I felt like the only one who, like, other people would acknowledge that it had similarities to Morrison's run, but they'd try to argue with me that it was still good independently of that. And that just drives me up the wall. Because if you're just blatantly ripping something off left and right, then the original is superior. I don't care what you're doing anymore. If you're just blatantly ripping a thing off, then that means that you have blatantly ripped the thing off, and no matter what you're doing, it's not original content anymore, and so you shouldn't get like much of a say in, oh, well, you're still doing interesting things. No, the other person did interesting things. You're just, continuing to rip them off. So that was the one I was always disappointed in, just because of how much credit other people gave that run.
Someone says The Martian was awesome, and that was directed by Ridley Scott. You're right, and you're right. In fact, you can watch a Geeky Gentleman episode on The Martian.
Yeah, you can. That was a good Geeky Gentleman episode. All right, there it is. There's the mesh for the bat signal. All right, cool. Let's do some texture work. All right, let's start with the signal. I'm actually going to make the bat symbol red just because. Assign new material, blend, make it very nice, blinny red. I'm gonna also save real quick. And I'm gonna do just a quick test render. And there we go. There's a nice basic red bat symbol. All right, so let's talk about the glass. Assign new material to the glass, blend, and this is gotta just be kind of transparent, a little bit more toward the white, so it shows up more. Oh shit! Okay, well, I'll have to reassign the symbols redness. Assign existing material, blend 2. Oh no, blend 1. That's kind of one of the problems that comes when you're doing like effects work or changing a thing, as you can, or when you're hierarchying, when you're doing hierarchies, you can fuck with shit. So a lot of specular, a lot of eccentricity. So it scatters the light. Maybe that'll be a good thing. Do a quick render. Yeah, and it's harder to see inside. Okay. Well, I'm looking at my symbol here, and it's pretty much just all one solid material. I think I'm going to make the nuts and the bolts slightly different, but I'm going to just go for one material for the whole thing, so let's go ahead and do that. All right. You know what, actually, just looking at it, fuck it, I'm going to make it all the nuts and the bolts one solid material. We're just going to go for it. And I'm going to do a mental ray renders, so I need to make sure that's turned on. Maybe somewhere. There it is.
Here, somebody asks, this is Solar Dragon, where do each of you consider yourselves on the political spectrum?
Rasko and I actually talk politics quite a lot when we're not recording,
Yeah.
which is funny because like I rarely talk many politics with Steve, and yet he and I talk politics mostly when we are recording. So I definitely consider myself. I don't like labeling myself because I feel like once you put a label on yourself, you just like in everybody's mind you're just that now. I feel once you do that, once you go, oh, I'm this, then just people quit listening to you. And that bothers me. So I generally try to avoid labeling myself as any one particular thing. That being said, the only label I'm really comfortable with is left. So yeah, that's my political spectrum is I'm on the left. How about you, Rasko?
I'd probably say that I'm the two terms that are closest would be either like a classical liberal or a small L libertarian, which means that you're not really libertarian, but the general philosophy of limited government and social freedoms, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so there's just a really basic stained metal. I'm gonna go for much darker gray on that. That looks like a bat symbol to me. Bat signal, bat symbol, signally bat symbols, signals that single bat symbol-y things. All right, let's save again real quick because now I'm on my paranoid stretch. Oh no, where'd all my work go? This is going to take a second. Okay, and since I don't have anything in the scene, it's kind of just pretty plain. Let me open up my render settings here and go for higher quality. Oh, that looks better. I need some lights in the scene and some stuff for it to reflect off of. So let's see here. Light, cradle, edit, group. So I got groups within groups within groups now, folks. All right. Oh, God damn it. Fucking spaces. That's so annoying. All right, there we go. So there's the bat symbol. And I can just raise that up, but I'm going to leave it where it is. The less I move it, the easier it is to work with. Okay. Oh, I also need to just really quick get inside the pipe here. Where's the glass cap? Let me turn that off for a second. Hide selection. Okay. So the inside of this, I'm going to make a different material. So I'm just going to try to only paint the faces on the inside. So why do you consider yourself more like small L libertarian?
What do you mean, like
why do you go for that side of the spectrum where it's like big emphasis on personal liberties and stuff like that?
Just because in general, I don't know. I think in general, people should just be left alone for the most part. I don't think that the government should be a huge part of your life because that way it's the only way to guarantee that, you know, the person, because whatever powers you give to the government now, the next guy in charge you might not trust with those same powers.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's very much like Lord of the Rings taking the ring away from Gollum.
Mm-hmm.
It's just people will tend to try to use government to legislate against each other. And if there's very limited government, then it's harder to do that.
Interesting. And like, see, I guess I'm more of like, my problem with that is it leaves so little for for people to strike out. It leaves way too much for the bigger you are, the harder it is to attack you. Like, again, you always hear libertarians, and like my favorite joke is someone still a libertarian if they don't have a trust fund? Because you always hear like these really business minded people, and like you just have so much that side of the population just has so much to gain by removing governmental control. And so it really bothers me. So I guess I'm always more of a fan for like highly accountable, highly controlled by the people government. That classic idea: government should be afraid of their people, not the other way around. Oh shit, what's happening here? I don't like this. Is that happening on the inside? No, weird. That's something I always just think, like, okay, any problem you can have, you could just potentially get control of again. So tends to be my thought, at least. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm generally speaking a pretty moderate person politically, though. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. It's crazy how politicized everything's become in the last year or so, though. It's just like fucking nuts, man. I saw a great college humor video that was like, guess what this hashtag is about? And like every single one of them was about Trump. I'm like, yep, that's just what it's become anymore. You just can't get away from it, and that's unfortunate. I wish I could have a week where I don't have to hear about the president. That would be amazing. Could you imagine that?
Yeah. Well, you could just reject the internet.
I know, you almost would have to go on an internet and news binge to not hear about the president in this day and age, and that's just ridiculous. Okay. What have I gotten rid of? I've lost like a whole row of faces for some reason. Whatever. Looks good. I don't care. That part's going to be the least of my worries anyway, so I'll take it. Just as long as nothing on the outside is painted, I'm happy. That face is annoying me. How do I change this? Tool settings. Oh, unselect. There we go. Selecting faces is no fun.
Select the face. Select the face. Yeet, yeet, yeet.
I didn't know you could do this paint thing for quite a while, so I would just sit here and like be fucking around with the shift button and deselecting and selecting faces all day. Ugh, it was a nightmare. La-di-da. I want to change. I'm actually going to try to project a symbol here. I'm going to try it. I'm not sure how well it's going to work, but I'm going to try it. So what I want is to have the inside of this be like a really highly reflective material, and hope that that allows me to like really just kick a ton of ass with the light. I really need to get that face. Fuck it. It's like a tiny little one. It'll look like light coming out at the worst case scenario. So I'm going to assign a very bright white blend to the inside of the lights. And this is a lot of shit. 1, 3, very white, very ambient white, very incandescently white. It is just a very, very eccentric, very white white light that is highly reflected. White. Okay.
White.
Yes.
White.
Yes. White. Okay, let's see what happens if I create a directional light. And I'm gonna tilt it kind of the same orientation of that and put it up. And if I turn on all lights, yes, only the inside of the thing is lit up right now, which is good. Just kind of face a little more out that way and really kick up the scale here. Okay. Back it off just a little bit. All right, let's turn this glass cap back on and see what happens. All right, here it goes. Do I have light shooting out of this thing or what happens? Kind of sort of got something going on there. I picked the Beyond symbol. I really should have picked something more traditional because I'm just going to do a traditional Gotham, but whatever. We'll work with what we got. All right, now that I've got the symbol, let's build an entire city.
Wow.
All right, so I'm going to need a cube here. Oh, and turn off all my lights. All right, so I'm just going to build like a really, really generic rooftop. Oh. Mm-hmm. There we go. Much better. All right. It's too big. Okay, that's rooftop shaped. Yoink. All right. And just because we'll make it a little object mode. I'll just make it a little bit thicker on its own. And put it right there. All right. Face the face. Edit mesh. Extrude. Bring it in. Bring it in. Face. Make these go up. Extrude up. So we got kind of like a, yeah, that looks good. Save real quick. Object mode. Assign material real quick. And face. Assign a different material. That's Lambert. There we go. That'll look good. Add divisions to that face. Add more divisions to that face. Cool. Now we need the sculpting tools. Foamy spray tool. I think the spray tool will look good. Where's my tool settings here? How do I get this to work again?
You don't.
I guess. Come on. Work with me here. Not seeing anything. Maybe the spray tool isn't what I need then. Bulge tool. There we go. That's better.
Bulge.
Size is fine. Strength. Let's do more spacing. There we go. That's still too much. Strength, I think, just needs to come down. I'm going to try to make this just look like gravel. Wireframe unshaded. Trying not to hit the edge. It'll be easier if I do this. Face. I don't want to hit the edges, so I'm just going to extract the mesh so they're not in the scene, if you know what I mean.
Green bean.
Casserole. It's gotta go. All right. Mesh. Where's my extract? I never remember where shit is. Okay. Object mode. Display. Hide selection. That symbol. Display. Because I don't want to fuck with that. I just want to make this. I'm going to try and get like a gravelly look to this. I want it more uneven, and I'm not liking that mesh tool. The foamy tool, maybe?
Ian, are you keeping up with the CW shows, or have you given up on them from Dr. Holocron?
I gave up on those forever ago. I don't even know. Are you watching any of them, Rasco?
No, not anymore. I watched the first 4 seasons of Arrow. I think I watched the first. I might have only watched half of the 4th season, but I'm pretty sure I watched the full 4th season. I watched a few. I've seen some of Legends of Tomorrow, and I've seen the first. I don't know when I gave up on Flash. I think it was. Are we in the 3rd season of Flash right now, or did it just end? Or I don't know what the fuck happened. I gave up like halfway through whatever the last season of Flash was. I stopped watching.
Yeah. Oh,
Someone says they want Black Lightning to be good.
Oh, is that a thing that's happening?
Yeah, it's a new CW show. It looks a lot like that Static Shock fan film that we reviewed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny. I don't know. Here's hoping. I didn't even realize they were doing that. Huh, Black Lightning, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I hope. I wanted them all to be good. I was disappointed the way Flash ended. I don't know if I'm going to go back and watch the 3rd season of Flash. I've not heard anyone say much good about it. Oh, shit. That's why that wasn't working very well. There we go. That's more like it.
You're just destroying the fabric of reality, Ian. What the fuck?
Yep. That's me. Oh, that's maybe a little too much.
Oh, apparently the Black Lightning show isn't in the Arrowverse. What?
Oh, what? Is it like in the same universe as like Supergirl then? Or are they just not connecting it? Which kind of seems counterintuitive to me, but...
Are you serious? I don't... What the fuck? I don't know how that works. I don't know how they decided to make a Black Lightning show and not wrap it in with that stuff. Like, what the fuck? Man, are you sure that you're telling the truth? Or are you fucking with us?
Mm-hmm. Gravel. Does that look like... Oh, shit. It's got the fucking stock images on it. God damn it.
Wow, apparently it's completely separate from everything. So that's weird.
Why, though?
Yeah, I don't know why they would do that.
Okay, so I got a gravel texture. I need a concrete texture. Want kind of like a yellowy concrete. Ooh, is that any good? That's too big. Let's go with this one. Why did it get like booted out of my folder? Okay, there's concrete, there's gravel. All right, so material attributes, or don't take me where I asked you to take me. File, gravel. UV. Planner.
Favorite lightsaber hilt design.
Fucking Kylo Ren's, dude. The thing is so cool.
Mine's Mace Windu's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like Mace Windu's lightsaber hilt. I also like Astras of Interest.
Yeah. Sages is pretty cool. Where's my hypershade at? Lambert
I
8.
love Kyle Katarn's two-handed hilt.
Yeah. I don't know. Kylo Ren's just fucking venting plasma is so kick ass. There's just no getting around that for me. That was just awesome.
It's funny, dude. Like I can remember back when the first teaser for The Force Awakens came out, and like that was just everywhere. The story of his lightsaber.
Yeah.
Everyone was just like, "What is it? It doesn't make any sense. It wouldn't actually." Everyone's just freaking out about it.
Yeah, right. Everyone's like, it doesn't make any sense. It would just like cut through, and they had to release the schematics so people would quit complaining.
Yeah, and fucking Stephen Colbert had the most hilarious bit on that. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen, dude.
And like he was right though, is the best part, right?
Oh yeah, he was. It's funny.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was pretty good. Oh.
One of my favorite things.
Oh, what the shit? Oh, I don't have any lights. What if I tell that to go away? Does that work? Oh shit! What's going on? Don't do this to me. Hold on. Let me just set up a default light. Point light. Okay, come on, work. Oh, okay, good. I was worried. Occasionally, Mal will do this bullshit where like it just stops, like rendering shit for some reason, and that always pisses me off. Like it'll just keep giving me black renders, and that's so fucking annoying. All right, so I've got like a small mesh error. I think it's right here.
I
These
love
things are
the
just-
sound of Kylo Ren's lightsaber, Solar Dragon 007.
Mm. Like just the ambient sound or the activation sound?
Don't know, but
Because neither of them like particularly stood out to me, so I'm not quite sure how to take that.
oh, Darth Sidious joined. He says, "Hi, all." We were
Oh,
just
yeah?
talking about the Emperor earlier today.
Well, lucky us, huh?
Speak of the devil, and he shall arise or appear. I don't
Right.
know what the fucking saying is.
Okay, so it's like this is really hard to figure out when this happens. I don't like this. I can't figure out where this hole in the mesh is, and it is really annoying because it's like somewhere in the picture. I have to guess and see if I get close because it's not appearing as I work on it textured. I just have to see if I can find where it's overlapping and having an issue for the render, and that's really annoying. Shit, that didn't work. It's like, okay, hold on. Let me turn on my thing. So it's happening. Let's do like that up close. See if I'm in the right general area or not.
Darth Sidious.
When you get this
do you
close
have
on it,
any-
it doesn't look like actual gravel. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Darth Sidious. Do you have any questions to ask? Go ahead and ask them.
I'm sorry, what?
I was like the guy in the chat. His name's Darth Sidious. I'm just telling him to go ahead and ask any questions if he's got any topics.
Oh, okay. Aha, I have found my problem. This one's overlapping that. And there we go. I think that'll do it.
That'll do, donkey.
That'll do, donkey.
Donkey.
I got like a whole thing of Powerade sitting here and I've been neglecting it. All right. Good, 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 good. It worked. All right, cool. Now let's display the rest of my building here. Show selection. Turn that off. Okay. Material attributes. This one gets the concrete texture added to it. Okay. Ooh, this needs some UV in. You gotta get out of hyperspace, Rasco. Just can't be doing it. Whoa, that didn't work. Whoa, that's really, really big. Okay. UV editor. Not sure how I feel about this. Just got like lines going in different directions, and it's like, come on now, work with me here. All right, that's looking better. Yeah, I don't like that. Never mind. We'll do different kinds of UV work on this.
Solar Dragon, did you guys watch the last season of Samurai Jack?
I did not. I'm not a huge Samurai Jack fan. I kind of want to go back and watch it, but I just didn't get around to it. I want to go back and like watch everything.
I didn't either, but at some point I'll probably watch it.
Yeah. Just leave it big. All right. And these are the only faces that matter because you won't be seeing the outside of the building. That's going to get the Z-axis treatment. Or not. Yeah, that looks good. Does that look like a rooftop to you from like right here?
Yeah.
No. Never mind. This gets the Z-axis. Yeah. No, I didn't watch any of the new season like at all. I watched like the first episode of the original series. And I was like, oh, that'll be cool to see. But I just didn't get around to watching the rest of the show. This roof looks a little too big for the bat symbol to just kind of be off on its own. Also, there's no way up onto the roof, which is a problem. So I need to add like a thing, don't I? These are the things you never think of. It's like, oh, why would anyone need to get on top of the roof?
Ian, you ever been to Comic-Con?
Oh God, no, I'm not rich.
I might try to go to Comic-Con.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that'd be cool. Like, how much is it? Don't you have to like get tickets the second they're announced or something?
Yeah. But apparently, one time I think Lo mentioned something about how it's pretty easy to get a press pass if you've got any sort of internet following.
Oh yeah.
So
That'd be cool. Well, there needs to be room for a stairwell, so I need to give it just a little bit distance on each side. All right, there we go. There's a door frame. What's this material? Number 7. Assign existing material. Lambert 7, except for on that face. Assign new material. Lambert. Door. Oh, come on. This is Son of a bitch. They never make this easy. Let's just try door texture. Worst case scenario, I'll just make it out of metal. Fuck it. Okay, not the right kind of doors. I need the right kind of door now is the other thing. No, that doesn't look good.
Door.
Right? Okay, there we go. I just popped this up in Photoshop. Or not actual Photoshop, but like fake Photoshop. Generic Photoshop. All right. Here we go. Just get it around the metal frame here with the hinges.
Ian, what's your opinion of Jeff Loeb?
Jeff Loeb, he was a good writer. I don't know what happened to him. It's a shame that he never wrote anything else after The Long Halloween. Literally, never wrote another thing after The Long Halloween. It's a real shame. You hate to see talent like that go to waste, but you know, things happen. And that's how you create a really basic door. Now it appears that this goes somewhere. I need the back to go more toward the building.
Another dimension.
Yep. That is how you create a really, really basic door.
Solar Dragon, why don't you like the Darth Plagueis novel, Ian?
I did a whole review of it with Joel. I just think it's like kind of shitty that it takes all of the cool stuff that Sidious did in the prequels and then like gives someone else credit for it. Like it's seriously, it's just like it takes all the cool, like we could all agree that the coolest thing about Sidious in the prequels is how well together his plan comes, right? Well, it just like it puts all the responsibility on Darth Plagueis instead. I'm just like, I don't care about this guy. Should this be a different material than the? Yeah, that's not how buildings work, Ian.
You never
The roof can be the same material. Something. No, I've never been on top of a skyscraper, or not very many. Let's see here. What kind of? I guess just brick, right?
Yes. Brick or
there we go. Nice cheap brick texture.
brick.
I have brick on here somewhere. I just really don't feel like looking for it right now.
Brick.
Okay. Oh, that's not good.
Those are some large bricks.
Yep. Surface.
Bought them from the Jumbo Brick store.
I need that to be.
Whoa, that's strange.
That's not how bricks work. Damn it.
Whoa. It's Doctor Strange. Whoa. Teach me.
Yep. I'll work on it. Does that look somewhat better, ignoring the fact that they don't line up on the back? Oh, what happened to my door?
Oh, it looks so pretty. Looks like a fridge.
There we go. That's better.
Okay. But what happened to the bricks? Maybe that fucked the bricks up.
No, it's because I did automatic mapping on the entire thing. This should actually be the same as the gravel. What's the gravel's
Least
Lambert
favorite
8.
Batman villain from Dr. Holocron.
Ooh, I guess I'd go with like, probably, I don't know. You go first, Fresco.
Firefly.
Really? You had that.
I don't not like
reading
Firefly.
ago.
He's just I don't know. It's Chris Smiley's favorite.
Yeah, that's understandable. It's kind of a forgettable character. Do you feel like the ledge of the building is too small in comparison to everything else?
What do you mean, like?
Like this section, do you think that's like too tiny?
I don't
feel
think
it needs
so.
to be.
Well, actually, that looks a little bit better. Actually,
Yeah, I think so too. That looks better. More natural. And just to, make things interesting. Have this kind of jut out. Oh, whoops, wrong way. Yeah. More visually intriguing, though I don't know if you can tell from there. There we go. That looks good. All right. Now I need a light. Let's just get a quick render, though, of the scene. I'm not sure if the signal is big enough now, to be honest with you. Make everything else bigger, and now the signal looks too tiny. Oh, such is life.
you buffoon.
Yeah, the signal looks too tiny in that way. So now I need to scale up the signal.
Scale it up. Scale it up. Up. Scale it up. Scale it up. Up.
That looks better. Where did my directional light go? Show. Give this like crazy intensity. Shadows. Ray trace shadows. Put out a bunch of shadow rays. And just go crazy here. All right, let's see what happens. Huh, I don't know what that was. Render, got it. La-di-da-di-da-di. Go ahead.
Hi.
I'm doing a live stream.
Well, we're gonna leave once I'm done.
I'm almost done with my live stream.
Okay.
I don't think around to actually making it project, though. I don't know. Maybe I'll just like throw a quick cloud in for Shingrins, see if it happens. But it's looking pretty good, wouldn't you say, Rasco?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm happy with this. It doesn't make sense where the light's coming from at the moment, but I'm happy with how things are looking. So I need just like, I want this to be like a yellowish light. Gotham always looks better with like a yellowy kind of light. And put that over there, or now it should be in front of the symbol and off to the side. That's better quality lighting. Okay, let's just real quick make a sphere and make it really, really big. All right, and then assign new material, Lambert, and see if I can get some good clouds. Oh, that I like. Starry night texture, sure. Let's see what happens here. If this is going to work, it's got to work now. I don't have time to mess with it. Ah, shit. I need to redo the fucking symbol, the texturing now. Cylindrical mapping. My handlebars. Good. Things right where I need it to be. Okay. Come on, world, work for me. Everyone got their fingers crossed in the comments?
Fingers crossed.
I might need to change the material that the symbol is made out of for this to work right. I don't know. On bat signal, I'm not seeing the shadow appear. I don't think it's working. And the clouds look really shitty like this. Oh. Damn, I'm letting everybody down, Rasco.
You fucking failure.
There's got to be a way to do it. Maybe directional light's like the wrong kind of object for it, but I just don't know like what I could do in just a few minutes to get it to work. I'm just gonna try. Wait, what the shit? So the direction that the directional light is pointing in is not the right direction. Okay, that's better. Now I just would need, area light maybe? I just brought it back and shrunk it down to the inside of the thing. I think I need to use like light fog or something like that. Do really high intensity, no decay, light effects, shadows, use light rays. I don't know. Maybe it's something in my render settings. Quality setting maybe, ray tracing. Bump the ray tracing shadows up. See what happens. This is my last shot at it, folks. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and I'm sorry. I tried my best. Going right behind the symbol to a signal to see if it works or not. You know what? I'm going to do one thing just to see if I can guarantee it, because it's possible that the other light is fucking with the scene somehow. Display.
Fuck with the scene light.
Yeah, how dare it. Okay, so that light's off. Show all lights in the scene. For some reason, that's not what I want you to do. I think an area light's the wrong thing to use. Let me try changing it to something else. Spotlight. Maybe that'll help. Okay. Intensity high. Cone angle large.
I'm looking at the stream on YouTube,
Yeah.
and I think that like something would happen because like all I see on the stream on YouTube is just your like your profile pic.
Oh shit.
Right
Did
now.
people not tell us that it wasn't working?
But I just checked.
Mom, let me refresh the page. I'd be disappointed if you guys just like sat there and.
I'm pretty sure it's been working majority of the time. Like I think this just happened like when you maybe tried to like render the. I don't know after. It
Gotcha. That could be it. Start screen share. Is it back? We back yet? Might take a second.
Interesting. It's. I
I
think. Well, I don't know how delayed it is compared to what we're doing. I'm still looking at it. I just still see. Well, now it looks
Yeah.
like it's going back between you and me, our profile pics. I think
Yeah.
this is like the conversation we just had playing out.
That's always the fun part. Like edge of our seat, guys. Edge of our seat. I like that people are like watching the stream and don't feel the need to say, "Hey, we can't see anything anymore." That's not cool, y'all. It's not cool at all.
Maybe they're all just blind and
Yeah.
they're just listening.
I don't know. Well, shit. That'll be a disappointing way for this to end. Like when I look in my thing, it's showing, the infinite screen there, but yeah, I'm watching the stream too. I'm watching. Guys, can you in the comments see what's going on screen? Are you seeing like the Twitter feed or my Maya or whatever at this point? Just put a render up. Comments seem like they're not coming in or what? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not okay with this. Oh, but I got it to work though.
Okay, randomly we just got some comments. Mine is my least favorite Batman villain is Jeff Loeb. What the fuck? Someone just said their least favorite Batman villain is Jeff Loeb. It's weird. I think the chat is being really like stupid and lazy.
Yeah, they're only seeing our icons. Shit. That really sucks because I got it to work. No. But look at it, Rasco. It's actually functioning.
No.
Let me put up the other light and show the scene. Damn it! What do I do? How do I fix it, Rasco?
I don't know.
I'm gonna make this bigger and just hope that like gives the thing more room to project it. I guess I don't know.
This is your fault, YouTube.
Yeah, totally. Like I don't
you.
think that this is one of those things that they would even like do on their have like the thing that's quote unquote projecting it actually project it. Most animators would probably just have like the signal projected in and of itself, but I don't know what to do as far as you guys are concerned. Hold on, let's just see what happens here. Present to everyone. Okay. Now is it working?
Not that I can see.
Yeah.
How dare you, YouTube? You sabotaged us.
Yeah.
We're being
Fucking
hacked.
YouTube.
It's North Korea. They're hacking us.
Yep. Oh, I'm disappointed now. I don't know what to really do. And also, I don't know how to do this so that you can actually see the symbol because, like, I've got a lot of problems. I don't go to the stream again. What if I stop the screen sharing and wait for myself to appear on video? I don't know what's going on. What do we do, Rasco? What do we do?
It's the apocalypse.
Because like the stream was working the rest of the time, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That'd be really disappointing if it didn't work like the whole time.
Watch me 3D model live.
Yeah. It's like I got to making the symbol bigger and then it just went all icons for a couple minutes. Shit, y'all. Help me out. I don't know what to do if it's not going to work. It's disappointing because I figured out the thing and everything. Figured out the thing and the stuff. I mean, you'll admit that looks... Oh, I stopped screen sharing, so you can't even see it. Screen share. Tell it to just show Maya, I guess? Like, you can see that, right?
Well, hold on. Now it's like weird for me too. It's like
present to everyone.
It's like frozen on my screen.
Oh yeah, that doesn't look good.
3D modeling the radio drama.
Present to everyone. All right, you
got
got
two
infinite
great radio
screen?
dramas now, Ian.
Yeah, you got infinite screen for a second there. I don't know what to do, guys. If it's not going to work, I got to leave soon anyway. I'll post the picture. I would like to be able to show you more. I'm just disappointed. Because I was going to do just a couple more things in the scene if I had the time, but I don't know what to really do. I can maybe do some stuff with the light here just to change it up a little bit, but bring the intensity down, cone angle down a little bit. That could maybe change some stuff. But if it's not working for you guys to see it, I don't know what to really do. I feel bad. Because Rasco, you got infinite screen right now, right?
Not right now.
Oh, so it's just like everything about what I'm doing is not showing up. Do you have me on video right now?
No, it's like frozen on my screen with like, it's like what you were. It's like pretty much just like what you were
Let
doing.
me try one
earlier.
thing, Rasco. I'm going to leave the chat for a sec. Hopefully it'll stay up with you, okay?
Okay. Now it's my stream now. I secretly sabotaged the stream from the beginning. I'm secretly a scroll. I'm a super scroll. Yes, you're right. It was me all along. And as we speak, there's a nuclear missile heading towards Ian's house right now.
Hello?
Yep, I see you now.
Okay, let's try and go screen sharing then. Oh, technology. Am I infinite screening you, Rasco?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Let's go to the event and see if that solved our problem. It says live again. Okay, there we go. We're back on, people. And look what I did. I got the signal to actually show up. Yay! I don't know if like changing the cone angle is going to change anything. Oh, that actually does make the symbol bigger or smaller. Good. Okay. So I'm going to just try and get a nice, good quality render out of this. It's one of those things where I cannot, because I'm actually working in, somewhat of a physical space, I can't cheat and get a render of both the front of the symbol and the projection of the symbol at the same time. And that's a problem. And I'm being annoyed by the lizard now because I need to leave in like 2 more minutes. So I got to figure that out. Yeah, if you could please not do that. I'm going as fast as I can, but I want to finish this part. Stop it.
Your lizard like attacking you?
Oh, Haley's just rubbing the thing on my face to try to get me to quit. Because that's the kind of fiance she is.
Gonna bite you.
Yeah, we do have to get going. I wanted a better render to show you guys before I left, but I don't think I'm going to get it. I need to play with it more. Just like I need to play with my dingling. I should have focused more on this part, but I wanted to get like some buildings in real quick and show you some cool stuff, but unfortunately, this is where I'm going to have to leave it. This is, I think, the best quality render I'm getting. But at the same time, that looks pretty cool, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it does look pretty cool.
All right. Everyone, thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the live stream. I'll get a better render up for a thumbnail at some point here. Really, honestly, that was fun. Rasco, did you have fun? I had fun.
I had fun.
Yeah, me too. All right. See you, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye-bye.